mute the voice, so I leave it at that.
I applied my heart to know wisdom, and to know madness and folly. I perceived that this also was a chasing after wind. For in much wisdom is much grief. And he that increaseth knowledge, increaseth sorrow.
We've got a problem. I can't anchor him to the memory. Too much psychological trauma. He's rejecting the treatment, retreating.
Desmond, I need you to try and relax.
Let me try and stabilize him.
Focus. Listen to the sound of my voice. Recognize that what you're seeing isn't real. Just a picture of the past. It can't hurt you.
Damn it. It's not working.
Give it a moment, mister. He'll adjust. The first time is never easy.
We're losing him.
That's enough, Miss Stillman.
We need to pull him out. Now.
Oh. All right, Desmond. We're going to try and bring you out.
You okay?
I told you he'd be fine.
Bastards!
Now, I just saved your life.
Saved my life? You kidnapped me.
Опа, миссия overall. The beginning of this game is so slow.
Animus.
I don't even know you people. Why are you doing this to me?
You have information we need, Mr. Miles.
The only game that it seems
Information? I'm a bartender, for Christ's sakes. What do you want me to do? Teach you how to mix a
seems
martini?
longer is
We
Assassin's
know
Creed
who
2.
you are, what you are.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't play
Well,
coy.
Prostrino,
There
it's
isn't
pretty
time.
deep
You're
game
an assassin.
as it is.
And whether you realize
You won't
it or
believe
not, you've got something
the
that my
amount of
employers
things
want
that are in
locked
this
away
game.
in that head of yours.
That engine that
not
they
an assassin.
cooked up,
Not anymore.
they're so
Yes,
impressive.
file indicated as much.
It's
Something
like
about
the
the
longest
Most fortunate for
streak
us.
of games
What do you want from me?
made on one
For you to
engine,
do as you're
because
told. The
since
Animus
Assassin's
will
Creed
allow us to
1
locate
till
what we need.
Revelations,
Once we
that
have it,
was just one engine.
to
The
go.
own 4
I am
games
not
were
going back
made
in
on
there.
this engine.
Then we'll induce a
And it
coma
has like
and continue our
90%
work.
of stuff
When
saved
we're done,
all the
you'll be
games.
left to die.
Pre-running
Truth
is
be
the
told,
same.
The only reason you're still conscious is because this approach saves us
A
time.
lot of animations are used
So what
in
is it,
all
Mr.
these
Miles?
games
Live
since
or
Assassin's Creed
die?
1. So it was Ubisoft
Lie down.
was like
A wise decision.
a very impressive achievement.
Whoa. Where am I?
You're inside the Animus.
Which is...
It's a projector that renders genetic memories in 3 dimensions.
genetic memory.
Seems you'll need a bit of a tutorial. Very well. We'll start simple. What is a memory, Mr. Miles?
It's the recollection of a past event.
And I think
Specific to the
it seems
individual
that
remembering
they
the event.
didn't really have time to implement all
What if I
ideas
told you that the human body not only housed an individual
in the
but the memories of his ancestors as well. Genetic
in the game,
memory,
because, for example,
hibernation,
Assassin's Creed 3
reproduction. How do
has
animals know when and
like
where to
exactly
go?
the same
What to do?
structure
That's
as
just
Assassin's
animal
Creed 1.
Now you're
But where
arguing
instead of
semantics,
kingdom you
Mr.
have a
Miles.
frontier
Whatever you
and
call it, the fact
different
remains.
cities.
These creatures hold knowledge
overall,
absent the requisite
it's
version of
very-
experience.
very
I've spent the
similar.
past 30 years trying to understand why. I discovered something most fascinating. Our DNA functions as an archive. It
So I think
contains not only
the
genetic
ideas that
instructions
they
passed down from previous
thought
generations,
that they
but
wanted to
memories as
include in the
well.
game,
The memories of our ancestors.
they were included in all the games, and a lot of games after that.
Precisely.
But there's a problem. This is the specific memory we're trying to access. Unfortunately, when we try and open the memory, your mind withdraws. You lack the confidence to step into your ancestor's body. That's what happened earlier. You got knocked out of the target memory and pushed back to a more stable state.
Why?
It's your subconscious. It's resisting. We found similar reactions among patients who undergo hypnosis to relive traumatic events. They can't jump directly into the specific memory. They need to be eased in. Even then, there can be problems.
So how do we fix it?
We find a memory you can synchronize with, and we move forward from there. You'll get used to it. This is the closest we can get, so it's where we'll have to start. I'm uploading the tutorial program now.
Warning. Data stream unstable. Attempting to restore synchronization. Hello, Subject 17. This tutorial has been prepared in order to better acclimate you to the Animus's control system.
For example, recently I discovered that you can do vaults in this game.
The synchronization bar
If you know
represents how
vault,
in sync you
it's
are with
when
your ancestors'
in
memories.
Assassin's Creed
If you
3,
ever
I
fall
think it's
completely out of
first
sync,
game where
the
it's
Animus
made
will restore
easy.
you to your last synchronized position.
When you run to the fence, for example, and your character automatically
Please follow all forthcoming
jumps over
instructions
it.
in order to restore system stability. The Animus utilizes a puppeteering concept to control the actions of your ancestors.
And there is a vaulting animation in this game.
Your body's adaptation
Which is
to the
crazy,
Animus.
just crazy.
We will begin by exploring the default actions of
You
the
can
Animus.
trigger it when you jump through a series of beams, and
Standing still, use the head button to observe your environment.
hold climb down button, freehand button, and the Altair will perform a vault
Good.
from the beam.
Use your empty hand to walk through these jar carriers without causing them to drop what they're holding. Proceed to the marker to continue the synchronization process.
Ooh. That was bad. Time loss. Can I focus? So come on.
Well done. The Animus differentiates between two fundamental actions: low profile and high profile. Low profile actions are socially acceptable. High profile actions are more action oriented. Hold the high profile button to see how your heads-up display changes the context of the puppeteering inputs. Excellent. We will continue your synchronization process by testing some high-profile actions. Grab and throw this individual onto the marker by using the empty hand button in high profile. Good. Using your legs button in high profile will allow you to sprint. Sprinting is useful to escape from soldiers or to get
Thanks
closer
for
to
follow,
a fallen
Flaming.
target. However, be careful not to bump into anyone, for you can lose your balance and tumble to the ground. While sprinting, reach the marker before this man does. Well done. The Animus will also provide other important information. The social status icon gives you information on your social status. The different states will be explained in context soon. This icon appears when a soldier is looking at you. The yellow color means the soldier is either unaware or suspicious of who you are. To illustrate
Well,
the change in
Rostarino,
awareness level, you will
you
stealth
think
assassinate
about
the soldier.
Ubisoft too well.
First, lock onto your target. Now, select your hidden blade. With your blade selected, walk up to the soldier and assassinate him, by using your armed
I think
hand
they're doing it because it's a main complaint. They bring out the games too often, and there is this thing that everyone thinks that the later games are somehow bad. They're not good
The
enough,
dead body has alerted the soldier and
but
changed his
it's
awareness to
really
inform,
not
as
true.
represented
It's very
by the
not
red
true.
witness indicator.
And they
Aggressive
make
actions or socially unacceptable
improvements
behavior
and
undertaken
remove
at
all the
this time
stuff,
will likely provoke an armed
a lot of
response.
stuff
Provoke this
on which
soldier.
there were complaints, but
No
I think it's
social status
perception.
icon has changed
It's the
to
way
exposed.
how people percept, like
Use
Call
the
of
line
Duty, for
and try to
example.
break the line of
They
sight.
put it out too often. So, for example, Activision don't
Excellent.
have this
The line of
opportunity
sight
to
has
do
been
like
broken.
Ubisoft will do from now
run
on.
into the roof garden to
But
hide from the
Ubisoft
soldier.
has this opportunity because Ubisoft has a lot
Your
of
social
franchises.
status indicates that you are hidden, but the soldier is still looking for you.
And what
Wait
this
until your
opportunity
social
is,
status changes again.
they need at least 2 or 3 AAA titles each year. That's what
Well
want
done.
the
The soldier has lost your track. You are now
management,
harmless,
I
and
think,
you can
of,
exit the high spot.
of Ubisoft.
Excellent.
But they have this complaint, this problem,
Being
that
anonymous will fill
they
your
cannot put
synchronization bar
the
and
game
make your job as
every
an
year.
assassin easier.
Not because
There are different
they make a
phrases
bad
that you can
game,
use to
but
hide.
because people
However,
anyway will
you must
perceive
always break the
these
line of
games as
sight
bad
first,
ones.
and then use a hide
It will
spot to vanish.
happen anyway. So what will they do from now on? They will put out games from different franchises, but they will still have the 2-3 AAA titles each year.
Let us continue with a demonstration of Blend. Blend can be activated with the passive use of your legs. You can mimic a scholar and pass near soldiers without arousing suspicion.
Also, I am
Use this
very
to reach the
much
marker
wondering
behind the soldiers.
if they
Good.
will be successful with their online campaign,
Fully synced, and you will
because
never
now
use it
all
without
their
Refer
online
to as
games
legal
like Rainbow
vision.
Six
This
Siege
sixth sense
and
helped your ancestor
Division
understand
have the
the
same
intentions of
complaints
people
pretty
around
much.
him.
That there is not
Well
enough
done.
content and that there are not that there are a lot of hackers in
Remember,
the
Eagle
game.
Vision will only be available once you are fully
Because
synced.
I think people like
Please
how
know that
Ubisoft
following
handles
Assassin's Creed, your ancestors' way of life
dialogue
will
with
assist you in
community
staying in
overall.
sync.
It seems
The
to
creed
listen
consists of 3
for the
tenets.
complaints,
First,
but
never hurt an innocent
there
person.
stands for hackers
Second,
and the
always be
amount
discreet.
content they put
Third,
out for
do
these
not
games.
compromise the clan.
It
Should you
seems
lose sync,
pretty
you can
pretty
restore
small.
synchronization by reliving key
So,
moments of your ancestors'
if they
lives.
solve these
by
problems,
respecting the
they
creed.
may switch to online experiences.
You have
I don't know.
successfully completed the tutorial.
Whatever
The
makes some
data
money.
memory block will now be loaded.
Wait! There must be another way. This one need not die.
An excellent kill. Fortune favors your blade.
Not fortune, skill. Watch a while longer and you might learn something.
Indeed. He'll teach you how to disregard everything the Masters taught us.
And how would you have done it?
I would not have drawn attention to us. I would not have taken the life of an innocent. What I would have done is follow the creed.
Nothing is true. Everything is permitted. Understand these words. It matters not how we complete our task, only that it's done.
But this is not the way of...
My way is better.
Our
Yeah,
scout
просто
ahead.
видно. Yeah, also
Try not to
netcode.
dishonor us.
They need to get a good
What is our mission? My brother would say nothing to
netcode programmers. I know that netcode is very
The
difficult
master
thing
believes
to
the
do.
Templars have found something beneath the temple
Just
mountain.
look at Battlefield games.
I do not know.
But
All
Battlefield
that
games
matters is the
overall
master
are
considers
more
it important.
complicated games
Else he
than,
would not have
for
asked me to
example,
retreat.
Rainbow Six Siege. So, shouldn't be as much of a problem.
There. That must be the Ark.
Hello.
Ark of the Covenant?
Teo...
Don't be silly.
Teo
There's no such
Nana.
thing. It's just a story.
Cthulhu.
Then what is it?
Quiet.
I hope I pronounced it right. Welcome to the stream.
I want us through this gate before sunrise. The sooner we possess it, the sooner we can turn our attention to those jackals.
Well, actually, there are a lot of materials about collectibles in Assassin's Creed 1. It's a very old game. There are a lot of
We were asked to
videos,
retrieve treasure and
maps,
deal with Robert
all
only
this
if
stuff.
necessary.
All this stuff.
Stands between us and it. I'd say it's necessary.
Discretion, Altair.
But yeah, this game is maybe
That man is our
even
greatest enemy.
3 hours of
Here we have a chance
cutscenes
to be rid of him.
and 1
You
hour
have
of
already
gameplay.
broken 2 tenets of our creed. Now you would break the 3rd. Do not compromise the Brotherhood.
I am your superior, in both title and ability. You should know better than to question me.
This is like Final Fantasy of... So what was the jump?
Hold, Templars! You are not the only ones with business here.
Final Fantasy of open world games.
And what is it you want?
Blood.
Because of pace of these games.
You know not the things in which you meddle, assassin. I spare you only that you may return to your master and deliver.
But anyway, I think that 100% rounds of any Assassin's Creed game will be much more fun to do than any percent. Just they are all very, very long. The shortest for now is Brotherhood, which is like 6 hours. And it will need to be a pretty good run. And I doubt that any other Assassin's Creed can be done faster than Brotherhood. Maybe Revelations, I don't know. I suppose to start routing 100% Revelations soon, but for now I'm doing any percent.
Skipping part of memory to a more recent one.
Altair, you've returned.
Raouf.
It is good to see you unharmed. I trust your mission was a success.
No, actually I
He's
think
the
that
master in his tower.
for the most
Yes, buried in his books as always. No
free
doubt he
running
expects it.
mouse and
Thanks, brother.
keyboard is
Safety and
much
peace
better
are
On
than
you as
controller.
well.
You can take more sharper turns and well quick turns, more quick turns, something like that. But there is, for example, the things that you need to do in Brotherhood, and I'm talking only about Brotherhood. There is no such problem in Assassin's Creed 2, I don't know why, which are far superior on controller. They are very hard to do on keyboard and mouse, but it's like, I think,
What's he running from?
one small part of the game, and you lose there like 10 seconds if you use
He
keyboard
returns at last.
and controller.
Abbas.
Where are the others? Did you ride ahead hoping to be the first one back? I know
Yeah,
you're
the
on
problem
way to
with
shed
the
blood.
keyboard and mouse
Silence
is
is
that
just another form of
the
sin.
direction of your movement,
Have you nothing
not
better
the
to do?
camera where you turn
I'm
it,
bringing
but
word from the
direction of your movement
I'll wait for you in the library.
not as,
No doubt you're eager to put your
how
tongue.
to say it,
Another word and I'll put my blade to your throat.
There'll be plenty
not as
of time for that
flexible
later.
when
Brother.
on controller, because on controller you have like the stick, I think it's called, right, analog stick, and you can turn it in on any degree that you want. But with keyboard you have the
The
keys,
master waits within.
WASD or arrow keys, and they have only
Master.
how much?
Come
1,
forward.
2, 3,
Tell me
8
of your
directions. You can go only
I
in 8
trust you have
directions.
recovered the Templar's treasure.
There was some trouble, Master. Robert de Sable was not alone.
When does our
But
work ever go as
You
expected?
can kind of compensate
It's
it
our
with
ability to adapt
turning the
that makes us
camera
who we
right.
are.
This time it
That's
was
why
not
some
enough.
skips on keyboard and mouse are done differently than on controller.
Lost to us.
Because
And Robert,
you set specific camera angle
I send you, my
when you
best
use
man,
keyboard and
to
mouse.
complete a mission more important than any that has come before. And you return to me with nothing but apologies and excuses.
I did.
Do not speak. Not another word. This is not what I expected. We'll need to mount another force.
I swear to you I'll find him. I'll go in.
No! You do nothing. You've done enough. Where are Melik and Kadar?
Dead.
No. Not dead.
Melik?
I still live at least.
And your brother?
Gone. Because of you!
Robert threw me from the roof. There was no way back. Nothing I could do.
Because you would not heed my warning! All of this could have been avoided! And my brother... My brother would still be alive! Your arrogance nearly cost us victory today.
Nearly?
I've what your favorite failed to find. Here. Take it. Though it seems I've returned with more than just the treasure.
Thanks to the follow, tell Kakal.
We are under attack. Robert
Well, actually, I usually don't speak much during the runs,
Very well. I
but
won't
if
deny.
someone asks me, I'm glad to
Inform the
explain
others. The
things.
fortress must be prepared.
No problem at all.
As for you, Altair, our discussion will have to wait. You must make for the village. Destroy these invaders. Drive them from our home.
It will be done.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Altair, it's good you've come. We need your help. What's happened? Templars. They attacked the village. Most of our people were able to get away. Most, but not all. What do you need me to do? Distract the Templars. Keep them occupied while I rescue those still trapped inside. As you wish.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent.
Yeah, this game is the favorite of the site, which is dedicated to the Assassin's Creed. It's called the Hidden Blade Com. They found things in this game that kinda confirm the main motto of the assassins, that nothing is true and everything is permitted. So they find the different ways to break these games, and Assassin's Creed 1 is certainly a favorite of people on that site, and they find a lot of cool tricks for this game. Sadly, most of them are not useful in speedrun, but
I assure you, this is no game.
there's still some tricks that I used.
Bring forth the hostage! Your village lays in ruins, and your stores are hardly endless. How long before your fortress crumbles from within? How disciplined will your men remain when the wells run dry and their food is gone?
My men do not fear death, Robert. They welcome it, and the rewards it brings.
Good. Then they shall have it all around.
Follow me, and do so without hesitation.
Show this fool knight what it is to have no fear. Go to God!
Oh, my leg! Ah! Oh, my leg! Quiet, or the Templars will hear us. I'll stay behind and tend you. You'll have to go ahead without us. The ropes there will bring you to a trap we've set. Go and release it. Rain death upon our enemies.
Well,
To drive Robert from here.
Assassin's Creed games are actually pretty complicated games to play
Tell me, do you know why it is
good,
you are
to
successful?
play good. It's just they made that way that you can complete them playing very bad. But
All of this would have
if
been
you want to
avoided.
play good, if you want to
I did as I was
investigate
asked.
which
No,
opportunities
you did as
these
you
games
pleased.
give to you,
Malachus told me
I
the
think you
arrogance
will be very
display,
much
your
surprised.
disregard for our ways.
The
What are you
depth
doing?
There are rules.
that they put in
We are
these
nothing if we do not abide by the Assassin's
early
Creed.
titles.
3 simple tenets, which you seem to forget. I will remind you. First and foremost, stay your blade.
From the flesh of an innocent. I know.
And stay your tongue, unless I give you leave to use it. If you are so familiar with this tenet, then why did you kill the old man inside the temple? He was innocent. He did not need to die. Your insolence knows no bounds.
For example, people always say that free running in Assassin's Creed games are bad. There is no
The second
Assassin's
is
Creed
that
game
gives
in
us
which
strength.
free running is bad.
Hide in plain
It's
sight.
not existent.
Let the people mask you such that
It's
you
just
become
maybe
one with the crowd.
complicated
you
to do some
remember?
things,
'Cause
but
as
you
I
still
hear it,
can
you
do
chose to
them.
expose yourself,
And
drawing
when you
attention
have a
before you
mistake,
struck.
it's player
Third and
mistake.
final tenet.
It's not a game mistake,
Worst of all your betrayals.
like 99% of the
Never
time.
compromise the Brotherhood. Its meaning should be obvious. Your actions must never bring harm upon us, direct or indirect. Yet your selfish act beneath Jerusalem placed us all in danger. Worse still, you brought the enemy to our home. Every man we've lost today was lost because of you. I am sorry. Truly I am. But I cannot abide a traitor.
I am not a traitor.
Your actions indicate otherwise. And so you leave me no choice. Peace be upon you, Altair.
He's experiencing a far better adoption rate than the other subjects.
I'm still pulling him out. He's been in there way too long.
No, not yet. We're still so far from where we need to be.
We shouldn't risk it.
What's another hour or two?
Why don't we discuss this in the conference room? Give Desmond a minute to stretch his legs.
I really don't see the need.
Warren, please.
Fine. questioning my authority in front of the prisoner. There's a word for that. I believe it's called insubordination.
And I don't appreciate you trying to kill him. There's a word for that, too. I believe it's called stupid.
Lucy, this isn't my decision. I don't set the deadlines. But I'm sorry.
Well, actually, in some ways, free running in the
Want to wind up like Lena?
I know the accident has everyone.
Assassin's Creed 1 works better.
No time to coddle him.
If you push him too
Not
hard,
better, but it's easier than Assassin's Creed 2 for me. Because there is this problem with Ezio, which I like to call that he has a short legs. He has the shortest legs in the series. And he cannot make a jump without stumbling. He always jumps and stumbles. And Altair don't have this problem at all. His jumps are very long, very good. Like on Assassin's Creed 3 level, maybe even longer.
We're done for today,
And he
Mr.
kinda
Miles.
sticks
I
to
suggest you
the
return to your room and get
surfaces.
some rest.
If you jump to certain surface, you may guarantee that you will
Damn it,
land
lock
on
the
it
door.
correctly as you wanted.
Gotta say, that's a little creepy, Doc. Waking up to you standing over me. You been watching me sleep?
We're always watching you. Now get up. We've got a lot of work to do.
Ooh, wonder who I get to kill today.
Don't be so cavalier. Your ancestors almost had the right idea, Mr. Miles. If the deaths of a few people, evil people, no less, could save the lives of thousands more, well, it seems a small sacrifice.
What do you mean, almost?
They didn't go far enough. To use a rather tired analogy, corruption is no different than cancer. Cut out the tumors, but fail to treat the source and, well, you're buying time at best. There's no true change to be had without comprehensive, systemic intervention.
Chemo for the masses.
Education, re-education, to be more precise. But it's not easy, and it doesn't always take.
Let me guess. You've got a better solution. What is it then?
Now that would be telling.
Welcome back, Fee. As you see, you don't miss much. I had to reset.
Use counterattacks when faced with multiple enemies.
Well, I think the problem that
Live.
Ezio stumbles so much in his games is because the geometry, like the build, the cities are more complicated, more complicatedly done than in
Do you remember, Altair, what it is the assassin fight
in the Assassin's Creed 1.
Peace. In all things.
Yes, in all things. It is not enough to end the violence one man commits upon another. It refers to peace within as well. You cannot have one without the other.
So it is said.
So it is. But you, my son, have not found inner peace. It manifests in ugly ways. You are arrogant and overconfident.
Were you not the one to say that nothing is true and everything is permitted?
You do not understand the true meaning of the phrase, my child. It does not grant you the freedom to do as you wish. It is a knowledge meant to guide your senses. It
I am not a
expects the
novice,
wisdom
Fee.
you clearly lack.
Then what is to become of me?
I should kill you for the pain you've brought upon us. Malik thinks it only fair. Your life in exchange for his brother's. But this would be a waste of my time and your talents. You will see you have been stripped of your possessions. Your rank as well. You are a novice. A child once more. As you were on the day you first joined our order. I am offering you a chance at redemption. You'll earn your way back into the Brotherhood.
I assume you've something planned.
First, you must prove to me you remember how to be an assassin.
Fi is a big fan of Malik.
So you'd have me take a life?
No, not yet, at least. For now, you're to become a student once again.
There is no need for this.
Others tracked your targets for you, but no more. From today on, you will track them yourself.
If this is what you wish.
It is.
Then tell me what it is that I must do.
We have been betrayed. Someone was assisting Robert de Sable, one of our own. You must find him and bring him here for questioning.
What can you tell me of the traitor?
Ah, but that's just it.
I like
I've given you all I will.
Rafik from Damask the best. Fi. Much. I think he's much cooler than Malik.
Where is he going?
Safety and peace, Altair.
You're in my way.
Yes, Al-Mualim has asked that I assist you. Remind you how it is we hunt our prey.
I know how it works.
Be that as it may, I have no desire to disobey.
Then be quick.
The Assassin have many tools at their disposal.
Yes, yes. We can eavesdrop, we can pickpocket, or we can use violence to intimidate.
Good, you remember.
So you'd have me walk amongst the others and learn what I can about the traitor?
Yes. Begin by going to the village market. That's where we first spotted the traitor.
You know who it is?
Perhaps.
Then give me a name and let's be done with it.
That's not the way it works. Now go. And remember, begin your search in the village market.
I know what I saw. Hussein opened the gate. He let the Templars in.
Then you must tell Al-Mualim.
I can't. Masoon did not act alone. Someone inside the fortress helped him.
What makes you say this?
He exchanges letters with someone inside. The basket weaver carries them for him.
That's no reason to stay silent.
Ah, but the weaver delivered him a letter just before the attack. I suspect it held the order to open the gate.
Then speak to the weaver. He can name Masoon's accomplice.
He's disappeared, hiding for fear of being dragged into this.
Probably inside one of his own baskets.
Please, just one. We lost everything in the attack and have no place to store our grain.
I can't right now. I'm busy.
Is this about the letter?
What letter?
The letter you received when I got here. Bad news?
I don't know what you're talking about. Listen, I'll see what I can do, but please, I need to be alone right now. Come back later.
As you wish.
Hear the things you say. A traitor! I'm not a traitor! It's Al-Mualim who's betrayed us! Today's attack was but the first. And more will follow unless you repent. Give up your wicked ways. Rise up against the madman of Masyaf. See through his lies. Is it a fight you want? Enough! I yield! I yield!
Speak quickly then. I've no interest in your games. Why did you betray us? And who do you serve?
We served the Templars. You should too.
Yeah,
Their
see,
cause
I
is
think the
just.
main thing is to trigger the uppercut, but as I found out
Told me of their plans.
that you cannot trigger uppercut
You
without
betrayed us. We, who called you brother and kept you safe from harm.
doing
I
the
did what I believed
fast
was
strike
right.
first.
And
The
if you must
best
kill me for it, so
like
be it.
pattern that I
am not
got,
afraid to die.
I did the fast strike and then next after it uppercut, and I think for Masoon it will be the fastest way. But maybe for that I need to
Betraying our
run before him,
and opening the way for our enemies. How do you answer to
because I
this
think he
charge?
needs just one strong attack after one weak and one strong attack, not two. I don't think he needs two. Fee.
To renounce the evil in your heart.
It is not evil in my heart, but truth. I will not repent.
Then you will die.
But I may be mistaken, I don't know. This
You did
fight I
well,
think was
Altair,
pretty good.
and have earned the right to carry a blade once more.
What will become of the one who helped him?
It remains to be seen. Some do ill out of ignorance or fear. These men can be saved. Others suffer from corrupted wills, their minds poisoned and
Well,
twisted.
anyway, beat 'em ups
These
are
men
like
must
the
be
main
destroyed.
thing to research for
Soon
this
enough,
game
you'll
for
know
me,
what sort of man Jamal is.
I've passed your test then.
especially the
What
later
now?
ones.
Oh, my child, we've only just begun. I hold here a list. 9 names adorn it. 9 men who need to die. They are plague bringers, war makers. Their power and influence
Oh,
corrupts
there is
the
a post
land
about
and
it.
ensures the crusades continue. You will find them. Kill them. In doing so, you'll sow the seeds of peace, both for the region and for yourself. In this way, you might be redeemed.
9 lives in exchange for mine.
A most generous offer, I think. Have you any questions?
Only where I need begin.
So,
Very well. Ride for Damas. Seek out the black market merchant named Tamir. Let him be the first to fall.
and why there are like only
Be sure to visit the city's assassin bureau when you arrive. I'll dispatch a bird to inform the Rafik of your arrival.
why there are only 3
Find he
districts?
has much to offer.
What does it mean?
If you believe it best.
I do. Besides, you cannot begin your mission without his consent.
If he
What
has
nonsense
20
is
hit
this?
points,
I
then
don't need
yeah,
his
he
permission.
needs 1
It's a
weak,
waste of
1
time.
strong
It's
strike,
the
right?
price you pay for the
15.
mistakes
You need to take off 15 hit points.
You answer not only to me, but all the Brotherhood as well now.
So be it.
Take your equipment and go. Prove that you are not yet lost to us.
Altair, it seems my students do not fully understand what it is to wield the blade. Perhaps you could show them what you know. You must be busy. I understand. You must be busy. I understand. Where did that poor running
No Banta, also hello. What you do investigations, then just go to bureau. Just if you go bureau first, then the dialogue, the assassination dialogue, pre-assassination dialogue in the bureau will be shorter. But overall dialogue that you need to listen will be longer, so it's not worth it. Because what you get when you get to bureau without doing investigations is that Rafik will tell you where can you find investigations in the city. So he will tell there is like this church in this city, you can go there and investigate, or this like mosque here, or what does it called Madrasa Al-Kalasa, something like that. It's from Jubair sequence, and I don't remember how they call the markets in this game.
Should you cause a disturbance, it is wise to leave.
But yeah, you do it like 9 times in a row. And also you need to like watch the outside the animus things. And then there is Arsuf, there you like fight a lot, and fighting is in this game is very special thing to do. Souk, it's called souk in this game. In the market they called souks. Yeah, I remember now. Come on, can you what? I don't understand. Recently I just can I climb out of this haystack? Yeah, but the thing that if someone will try to do a speedruns of this game as well, it's a good thing to do a save file in which you do assassination. We've already heard with visit to bureau before you do investigation. That way the segment practicing assassination segment will be a little bit shorter to practice because the dialogue will be shorter. I did saves like this recently because it's like one of the longest and not very pleasant parts to practice in this run. No, fortunately this is not GTA. In a way it saves the game. The checkpoint system in GTA games, I think, appeared very late. Not even in GTA 4, I think.
Preparation is crucial to your success.
Here there are like save points, and you have all the save files from all the save points, and you just put the save file you need to practice a certain part of the game and practice it. Something like that.
is it? Infidel, you will die here. Well, have your head. Don't get away.
Please don't hurt me.
And him, there. That was expensive. You will have to pay for that.
I don't care. God has already done it.
Well, I don't practice with skip fee, so...
Do you understand?
Yes. I am to deliver the letter to your merchant friend.
And you know who to see?
The same man as always.
Do not think to betray my presence in this city. We have many eyes, many ears.
And many arms, yes. Good for silencing those who say too much. I know this well. You have my word.
Good. Then be quick about it. Time is short.
Yeah, if I want to go for an unbeatable run, I need to practice with enterings of the cities. To all three of them. And then if I do them and everything else, of course, then run will be like very hard to beat.
Stop it, quick! You're hurting me!
You dare steal in my presence?
Well, come on, Fee. This skip is like the most...
Tell me, please!
Something needs to be done. It's only a matter of time before someone else discovers it.
Tell him then, it's in his best interest to keep the souk secure.
He won't meet with me. Too busy with this new deal of his.
And the guards?
Tried already.
Ah,
They
yeah,
won't
this
lift a
one too.
finger
Yeah, I
unless
seen
the
this
order
one
comes from him.
recently, Fee.
I'll go to Abu Nukuf.
It's how much Alex does it.
See you.
I seen one of his videos,
I've written him a letter.
and yeah, it's how he enters
He can read it and decide for
Damask.
himself.
Yeah, that was unfortunate,
Go pester someone else.
and I lose time on this. But I don't mind losing a little bit of time. I can still save time.
Take your time. When moving slowly,
Altair, it is good to see you. And in one piece. You as well, friend. I am sorry for your troubles. Think nothing of it. A few of your brothers were here earlier, in fact. Oof, if you'd heard the things they said, I'm certain you'd have slain them where they stood. It's quite all right. Yes, you've never been one for the creed, have you? Is that all? I'm sorry. Sometimes I forget myself. What business brings you to the mass? A man named Tamir. Al-Muallim takes issue with the work he does. I meant to end it. I trust you have searched the area to better understand your enemy. Yes. Here's what I've learned. Tamir rules over the Souk el-Salah. He makes his fortune selling arms and armor, and is supported by many in this endeavor. Blacksmiths, traders, financiers. He's the single largest death dealer in the land. And have you devised a way to rid us of this blight? A meeting is being arranged at Souk el-Salah to discuss an important sale.
Thanks for the follow.
They say it's the largest deal
Delaney.
Tamir has ever made.
Delane.
He'll be distracted with his work.
Or
That's when I'll
Delane.
strike. Your plan
Like
seems
that.
solid enough.
Sorry if I
think you need to
mispronounce your nickname.
Let Al-Muallim's will be done. You may rest here until you are ready.
fast forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Beep! You are filth! Beep! You are filth! Now comes the English king and his infidel army. Dirty thief, I'll have your hand. Just have a look.
I have no interest in your calculations. The numbers change nothing. Your men have failed to fill the order, which means I have failed my client.
We need more time.
This is the excuse of a lazy or incompetent man. Which are you?
Neither.
What I see says otherwise. Now, tell me, what do you intend to do to solve this problem of ours? These weapons are needed now.
I see no solution. The men work day and night, but your client requires so much, and the destination. It is a difficult route.
Were it that you could produce weapons with the same skill as you produce excuses?
I have done all I can.
It is not enough.
Then perhaps you ask too much.
Yeah, see how he points out all of my mistakes and criticizes me for them.
In return, was you fill the orders I bring you, and you say I ask too much? You dare disrespect me?
Peace, Tamir. I meant no insult.
Then you should have kept your mouth shut.
No! Stop!
Stop? I'm just getting started.
Oh! Stop!
You came into my souk, stood before my men, and dared to insult me?
Yeah, the more I speedrun Brotherhood, the more overrated it seems to me in grand scheme of things, because daily missions in that game are one of the worst. Like,
Be at peace.
You'll pay for this.
so bad, so bad.
You and all your kind.
It seems you're the one pays now, my friend. You'll not profit from suffering any longer.
You think me some petty death dealer, suckling at the breast of war? A strange target, don't you think? Why me, when so many others do the same?
You believe yourself different, then?
Oh.
Yeah, I was lucky there. He went in my direction,
Mere profit. Just like
and I haven't have to do nothing.
But he thinks I act alone. I am but a piece. A man with a part to play. You'll come to know the others soon enough. They won't take kindly to what you've done.
Good. I look forward to ending their lives as well.
Such pride. It will destroy you, child.
Thanks for the follow. I don't know how to pronounce it, sorry. But anyway, thank you for the follow.
Over here! He just killed that one! Just stuck with me! How could you have lost that?
Word has reached me of your victory, Altair. You have my gratitude and my respect.
Thank you.
It is a shame that the other assassins continue to hold you in such poor regard.
Rafik, I do not care what the others think of me.
As you wish, Altair. You should bring news of your victory to Al-Malim. I'm certain he has more work for you to do.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
out of the machine, Mr. Miles?
What's the matter, Doc?
Miss Stillman is once again insisting I let you rest.
Well, actually, it doesn't matter much.
Let's go, Mr. Miles.
I will
Time's
call
wasting.
you Tello if you don't mind. Because there are
Where's Lucy?
memory blocks where
Oh,
I
don't
can
worry,
save
she'll be with us
quite
soon
an amount of
Why are you
time.
doing all this, Doc? What are you hoping to accomplish?
No, Banta
You turn the
here,
television on
she's
lately?
still the good
Read
guy.
the newspaper.
Never cared much
Oh,
for that
kinda.
stuff.
Then let me sum it up for you.
Not
The world's a
important guy.
mess. It's pathetic, really. You've seen it
Yeah,
firsthand
she's
yourself.
still good here.
1,000
She
years
still
between you and your ancestor, and
wants to
society
work
remains just as barbaric, just as stupid.
on these games.
Order, Mr. Miles. The world needs order. That is what we're working towards, and that is what you're helping us to achieve.
You expect me to believe you're building a better tomorrow?
That's exactly what we're doing. The human race calls out for direction. They want to know why they're here, what they're meant to do. Well, we're going to tell them. And once they understand how to live their lives, everything will be better.
Better how?
An end to all conflicts, large and small. Isn't that what you assassins strive for? Peace in all things?
I told you, I'm not an assassin.
Right, right.
I still don't see where I fit into things.
In time, Mr. Miles. In time, you'll understand. Or you won't. I don't care either way, as long as you show
Hello,
us where it
Samuel
is.
Bros.
Where what is?
I don't know if I pronounced
Wait.
this nickname
Ready to
correctly,
go?
but anyway,
Yes,
welcome to the stream.
We are.
The animations for Desmond when he stands still for a long time are pretty interesting. In this game, I think there is an animation where he scratches his ass.
You've done well, Altair, and I'm confident that this is but the first of many successes.
But when he doesn't do it,
He'd
he's
focus if
like
he knew you well. He implied
scratching
my
his
work had a
head.
larger meaning.
Significance comes not from a single act, but the context within which it is performed. The consequences born of it.
Then is there more I need to know?
Altair, your greatest failure was born of knowing too much. If I choose to withhold information, it is only to ensure you do not make the same mistake a second time.
I see.
No, you don't. And it will remain this way until you've learned your lesson. Still, you have performed competently, and as such I restore a rank and will return a piece of your equipment. Go now, either to Akka or Jerusalem. There are men in both cities who require your attention. The Bureau leaders can tell you more about what needs to be done.
Altair, it seems my students do not fully understand what it is to wield the blade. Perhaps you could show them what you know. You must be busy. I understand.
Here.
You must be busy. I understand.
Don't toss your weapons around so carelessly.
Where is he going?
You won't often get a second chance to strike.
Also, I wanna ask, are anyone excited for the new Battlefield in World War I? Because I think it will be so good, so good. Well, kinda any Battlefield is a very good game, even with all bugs and stuff. But that one I think will be just amazing.
Use vigilantes you have freed to block your...
Finally, I did the correct route for getting to the city, because I usually forgot the last part. I tried to do the 100% route. Not today. Today it was as it's supposed to be.
When is he gonna stop this nonsense?
You hear about Elaine?
The archer who guards the eastern wing?
Poor bastard's brother caught an arrow in the throat. Doubt he'll last the night.
How can he continue to work knowing what's to come?
He visits his brother often, so I cover for him when I can.
You aren't there now?
No. I've family business of my own to attend to.
Then he'd best hope the doctor doesn't learn
No,
of his
see,
desertion.
if I can climb over, I will climb over. It's not lose as much time as I do the same thing in Jerusalem. Only in Damascus climbing over is kinda complicated, so I do just running away from guards. I know it's not the best thing to do, but it's still not as much as slow as the best route. Lose like 5 seconds maybe at most. I prefer safe strats. It's a long run after all. Also, is there frame drops?
When you're out of knives, refill your stock.
Well, I don't know what this.
Altair. A little bird told me you'd be paying a visit.
Al-Muallim has ordered the execution of Garnier de Naplouse.
Yes, Fee, I know about grab trick. I found it out by myself when I was doing 100% run, and actually I'm using it there. I know about it. I know that you can do drops like in Assassin's Creed 3, in this game, and in RTA games. Yeah, it was very cool find for me as well, that you actually can do it, but sometimes it's tricky to time.
But back to the matter at hand. What is your plan?
Garnier keeps mainly to his quarters inside the hospital, though he leaves occasionally to inspect his patients. It's when he makes his rounds that I will...
Yeah, I know I can use it, but again, it's tricky.
I give you leave to go.
So I think I try to do it. I do it like automatically. I try to do the I always try to do the like hold high profile and do the grab, but this time it didn't work. But yeah, I know about that, and yeah, it's very cool. Kinda shows the level of knowing of the game, that the grabbing animation has higher priority than the pulling and grabbing animation. Alright, we in there.
What the hell is he doing?
And this is long. This is very long. Alright. There is a guy that wants to attack me because camera moved. Yeah, we'll lose time on this sequence, even though I did the jump first try.
Let go your burden.
I'll rest now, yes. The endless dream.
I'm from Russia.
But before I close my eyes, I must know what will become of my children.
You mean the people made to suffer your cruel experiments? They'll be free now to return to their homes.
Homes? What homes? The sewers? The brothels? The prisons that we dragged them
What do you
from?
mean, Fee, that I'm doing it from standing?
Yes. What little will there was for them to have. Are you really so naive?
Yeah, we'll lose time on this sequence because, like,
But I want to play with fire, Father. What would you say?
the guards were not fast enough to attack me from the area in which I needed to go.
But men and women full grown.
In body, perhaps, but not in mind, which is the very damage I sought to repair. I admit.
Well, I don't know, Fee, is there a faster way to do it? Because this way that I do it is pretty consistent for me. I do a certain camera angle. I may sometimes mess up camera angle, but if I do it correctly, then the jump is easy. I feel like it.
And with my death,
madmen they will be again.
You truly believe you were helping them?
It's not what I believe. It's what I know.
Stop! You must not trespass here. Die, thief!
What news, Altair?
Sifi, I did it. I did the drop. Because I timed it right. No, Fi, you need to just a correct camera angle.
Speak it then, or would you have me read your mind?
What do you think he wanted from these people? That he would keep them and experiment on them as he did?
Yours is not to ask, but
Yeah.
Altair. It doesn't matter what he did or
Well,
why.
hello, NG Novin.
But Garnier seemed to believe he was helping these people.
Welcome back to the stream.
What you saw?
No. What I saw was
I've seen you here before.
but of pain.
Then why
Yeah, actually, after doing 100% run, I like fighting in Assassin's Creed 1 a lot. It's a very good fighting system actually. To do it fast, you need to do so many different things to do fast fighting in this game. And I like it. See, I lost 9 seconds only because those guards
Have you news for me, Altair?
were too slow to attack me from the zone of assassination.
We could not have hoped for a more agreeable outcome.
Hello, Cursed Gamer. Welcome back as well.
The doctor insisted his work was noble.
Yes, this is
Looking
for
back,
our
those who were supposedly his captives seemed grateful to the man. Not all of them, but enough to make me wonder. How did he manage to turn enemy into friend?
Leaders will always find ways to make others obey them. And that is what makes them leaders. When words fail, they turn to coin. When that won't do, they resort to baser things. Bribes, threats, and other types of trickery.
Thank you.
Plants, Altair.
With a good luck.
Herbs from distant lands that can cause a man to take leave of his senses. So great are the pleasures it brings, men may even become enslaved by it.
You think these men were drugged then? Poisoned?
Yes, if it truly was as you describe it.
Herbs. This seems a strange method of control.
Our enemies have accused me of the same.
The promise of paradise.
They think it is a garden, overflowing with women and pleasure. That I drug you as Garnier did his men, and tempt you with his rewards.
They do not know the truth of it.
Which is how it must be.
But if they knew the truth of it, that all we seek is peace,
then they would not fear us, and we would have no hold over them. Go. It is time you continued with your work. Another rank is restored to you, as is a piece of your equipment. We'll speak again when the next has fallen.
Has he gone bad? I wonder what he's up to.
Well, to quote the main character from the most underrated and maybe most disliked, one of the most disliked Assassin's Creeds, I can say I make my own luck. And maybe someday I will be good enough at these games to say such phrase.
Use counterattacks when faced with multiple enemies.
Because for now I think I'm not good enough, but if I practice a lot, then I may be good enough to say things like this. And that I make my own luck while running these games. It will just mean that I know what to do when the things are wrong. At all times, like that.
The short blade is best for quickly fending off.
I've done nothing wrong! Why are you doing this?
You've no reason to be out here, old man. What's going on? What's he running from?
There's nowhere to run, old man. Please, I've done nothing wrong. Why are you There's nowhere to run, old man.
Without. Any man willing to work can have his due. Come, Speak with me. Let me tell you what...
I don't remember if I said it, but thanks to the follow, Dragon Leo. Thank you.
Safety and peace, Malik.
Your presence here deprives me of both. What do you want?
Al-Muallim has asked.
Ask that you perform some menial task in an effort to redeem yourself. So be out with it.
Very well. Here's what I know. He traffics in human lives, kidnapping Jerusalem citizens and selling them into slavery. His base is a warehouse located inside the Barbican, north of here. As we speak, he prepares a caravan for travel. I'll strike while he's inspecting his stock. If I can avoid his men, Talal himself should prove little challenge.
Little challenge? Listen to you. Such arrogance.
Are we finished? Are you satisfied with what I've learned?
No. But it will have to do. Rest, prepare, cry in the corner. Do whatever it is you do before a mission. Only make sure you do it quietly.
Thank you for the follow, Guitar Freak.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Why can I get these climbs today? Like I didn't get even one today. These climbs on the white screen. Also, what's this?
Can't you spare something? What have I done wrong?
He has found the strength to stand in defense of our great civilization.
What now, slaver?
Do not call me that. I only wish to help them. As I myself was helped.
Save me! You do no kindness imprisoning them like this.
Imprisoning them? I keep them safe, preparing them for the journey that lies ahead.
What journey? It is a life of servitude.
You know nothing. It was folly to even bring you here. To think that you might see and understand.
I understand well enough. Show yourself.
Ah, so you want to see the man who called you here?
You did not call me here. I came on my own.
Did you? Who unbarred the door? Cleared the path? Did you once raise your blade against a single man of mine, huh? No. All this I did for you. Step into the light then, and I will grant you one final favor. Now I stand before you. What is it you desire?
Come down here. Let us settle this with honor.
Why must it always come to violence? It seems I cannot help you, for you do not wish to help yourself. And I cannot allow my work to be threatened. You leave me no choice. You must die. Keep him away from me! I will catch you!
You've nowhere to run now. Share your secrets with me.
My part is plain. The Brotherhood is not so weak that my death will stop its work.
What Brotherhood?
Al-Mualim is not the only one with designs upon the Holy Land. And that's all you'll have from me.
Then we are finished. Beg forgiveness from your god.
He's long abandoned us. Long abandoned the men and women I took into my arms.
What do you mean?
Beggars, whores, addicts, lepers. Do they strike you as proper slaves? Unfit for even the most menial tasks? No. I took them not to sell, but to save. And yet you'd kill us all. For no other reason than it was asked of you.
No. You profit from the war. From lives lost and broken.
Yes, you would think that, ignorant as you are. Wall off your mind. They say it's what your kind do best. Do you see the irony in all this? No, not yet, it seems. But you will.
Altair! Wonderful to see you return to us. And how fared the mission?
The deed is done. Talal is dead.
Oh, I know. In fact, the entire city knows! Have you forgotten the meaning of subtlety?
A skilled assassin ensures his work is noticed by the many.
No! A skilled assassin maintains control of his environment.
We can argue the details all you'd like, Malik. But the fact remains I've accomplished the task set to me by Al-Mualim.
Go then. Return to the old man. Let us see with whom he sides.
You and I are on the same side, Malik.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Oh wow, it's actually gold. It will be actually gold. I was not expecting gold split on this.
What's the problem now?
Memory
I'm getting
block.
weird temperature readings. I think the Animus is overheating.
Christ, it's always something. How long?
Too soon to tell.
These delays are unacceptable, Miss Stillman. I want progress reports every hour.
It's gonna be a while, Desmond. Why don't you go lie down or something? Get some rest.
What the hell? Someone's been in here.
Rise and shine. We've got quite a day ahead of us.
You're in a good mood this morning.
Miss Stillman has made some modifications to the Animus. You should be able to remain inside even longer now.
And help you with your treasure hunt.
This is serious business, Mr. Miles. I don't think you fully appreciate the work that Abstergo does.
Maybe because I don't actually know what you people do.
We change the world. Every day, in 100 different ways. Did you know that nearly every single breakthrough of the past millennia, be it medical, mechanical, or philosophical, has come from Abstergo or its predecessors?
That's a bold claim, Doc. Think you might be exaggerating a bit?
Not in the slightest. Oh, we certainly don't take the credit. That would arouse far too much suspicion. We choose our beneficiaries with great care.
Why?
Isn't it obvious? It means we're in control.
But how? What makes you guys so special, so smart? That you happen to invent all these things while us mere mortals stumble around like idiots?
To be fair, we don't invent them. We find them.
Find them?
They're gifts, Mr. Miles. From those who came before. We'll have to continue this discussion later. Time's wasting.
Morning, Dustin.
Damn, I thought I walked over this invisible wall right there, but I was not. Need to be a little bit to the right. More to the right.
Climb tall structures to gain a bird's eye view.
Come in, Altair. You've done well. 3 of the 9 lay dead, and for this you have my thanks. But do not think to rest upon your laurels. Your work has just begun.
I am yours to command, Master.
King Richard, emboldened by his victory at Acre, prepares to move south towards Jerusalem. Salah-ad-Din is surely aware of this, and so he gathers his men before the broken citadel of Arsuf.
Would you have me kill them both then? End their war before it begins in earnest?
No. To do so would scatter their forces and subject the realm to the bloodlust of 10,000 aimless warriors. It will be many days before they meet, and while they march, they do not fight. You must concern yourself with a more immediate threat. The men who pretend to govern in their absence.
Give me names and I'll give you blood.
So I will. Abun Nukud, the wealthiest man in Damas. Majduddin, regent of Jerusalem. William of Montferrat, liege lord of Acre.
What are their crimes?
Greed, arrogance, the slaughter of innocents. Walk amongst the people of their cities. You'll learn the secrets of their sins. Do not doubt that these men are obstacles to the peace we seek.
Then they will die.
Another of your items is restored. Take it. See that it is put to good use. Return to me as each man falls, that we might better understand their intentions. And Altair, take care. Your recent work has likely attracted the attention of the city guard. They'll be more suspicious than they've been in the past.
Altair, it seems my students do not fully understand what it is to wield the blade. Perhaps you could show them what you know. You must be busy. I understand. You must be busy. I understand.
What's going on? What's he running from?
Countering a strong attack will leave your enemy vulnerable.
Thief! You are filth!
Please, someone do something.
Die, thief!
Praise be, Salah-ad-Din! Fires of war consumed the land, and thousands of lives are lost in its defense. It seems a tragedy.
The last of it has been delivered.
Here, if you saw it,
Make sure he also
I
knows
did a
it wasn't
vault
easy to
animation
arrange a shipment like this.
in this game.
It's only wine.
It didn't work as it should be, but
Your
the
holy book
animation
says
played out.
something on the subject, I believe. Leave them that they may eat and enjoy themselves, and that hope may beguile them, for they will soon know. And never did we destroy a town that had a term made known.
What's that supposed to mean?
Never mind it. Be about your business.
As you wish.
You dare steal in my presence? That will cost you your life, dirty thief! I'll have your hand on that!
Where is he going?
Hold
Infidel! You will die!
Hey! Chief Ortaya!
Thank you.
Please! You're hey! There's nowhere to run, old man!
Neden böyle koşuyor?
حري به ألا يسبب أي متاعب.
You are not allowed to be here. More generous than a bull. God save him. He's gone mad. ما الذي يجعله يركض هكذا؟
Hello Android Eyes, hello FSSX. Welcome to the stream. There is a link in chat. Also there is a command.
Should you cause a disturbance, it is wise to leave.
To get the link. Also this mission,
Altair, my friend.
this assassination,
Welcome. Whose life do you come to collect?
is the run killer,
His name is Abuna.
so the run can die
Oh, the merchant king of Damas, richest man in the
very
city.
very soon.
Quite exciting, quite dangerous. I envy you, Altair. Well, not the bit where you were beaten and stripped of your rank, but I envy everything else. Oh, except for the terrible things the other assassins say about you. But yes, aside from the failure and the hatred, yes, aside from those things, I envy you very much.
If you're finished, I've gathered the information required to begin my task.
You work quickly. Tell me what you've learned.
Abu Naqud is corrupt to the core and despised by his own citizens as a result. It appears he's been stealing money meant for the people of Damas and spending it on himself. Even as we speak, he flaunts his greed, preparing for a lavish party. His guards and servants should have their hands full dealing with the guests. They won't even know I'm there.
Most impressive, my friend. The others said you'd make a mess of things, but not I. No, I was sure you'd come through, and come through you have. The Bureau is yours to do with as you please until you're ready to begin.
Then I will pick the one for which it was voted first. And I can see it in straw poll. When there are the same amount of votes, the option that get the same amount, the first, this amount of votes is the lowest in the list. So, for example, if two options got 10 votes, then the option which is on the end one on the first place and the second on the second place, the one on the second place is the right one, because before that it was on the first place.
What Hey! أيها المرتد! You will not
Alright, alright. We almost in there. Now to escape. Now to escape.
Why have you...
I got this new road. This way I did this invisible assassination is new for me. It's different from my previous runs and it's faster. Now if I can escape, I will save time from the sequence.
So this is about vengeance then?
No.
Oh, this assassination is so scary, and it still is very, very scary.
Service to the same god that calls me an abomination.
If you do not serve Salah ad-Din's cause, then whose?
In time, you'll come to know them. I think perhaps you already do.
Then why hide? And why these dark deeds?
Is it so different from your own work? You take the lives of men and women, strong in the conviction that their death will improve the lots of those left behind. A minor evil for a greater good? We are the same.
No, we are nothing alike.
Ah, but I see it in your eyes. You doubt. You cannot stop us. We will have our new world.
You don't understand. I have nothing.
You dare steal in my presence? That will cost you your life!
Word has reached me of your success, Altair.
Abu Nakud's reign of terror is at an end.
Oh wow, that was so good. That was so good.
The men and women at his party. It was poison. A
No,
coward
just finish the
blamed them
run.
for the war.
Just finish
Said
it.
he wished to end it.
Strange.
Everything
Then
else
again,
should
the mercy
be
of King
much,
was
much
going to be
easier than this
Perhaps this is simply
assassination.
a symptom of his madness.
Perhaps.
I can still screw it up,
You sound
but
unconvinced. Speak with Al-Mualim then. He may offer a better explanation.
Yes.
it
We'll
will
see what he
be
has to say.
a good time save. I will be in gold right now.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one. Use vigilantes you have freed to block your pursuit.
Come, Altair. Speak with me a moment.
As you wish.
Word has reached me of your success. You've my gratitude and that of the realm. Freeing these cities from their corrupt leaders will no doubt promote the cause of peace.
Can you really be so sure?
The means by which men rule are reflected in their people. As you cleanse the cities of corruption, you heal the hearts and minds of those who live within.
Our enemies would disagree.
What do you mean?
Each man I've slain has confessed strange words to me. They are without regret. Even in death they seem confident of their success. Though they do not admit it directly, there is a tie that binds them. I'm sure of it.
There is a difference, Altair, between what we are told to be true and what we see to be true. Most men do not bother to make the distinction. It is simpler that way. But as an assassin. It is your nature to notice, to question.
Then what is it that connects these men?
Ah, but as an assassin, it is also your duty to still
Yeah, although
and trust
I don't
the
think
master.
that Assassin's Creed 1 and Assassin's Creed 2 are very good games for speedrunning because of all the daily missions in the second one and all the unskippable cutscenes in both of them. Even though these cutscenes are pretty good and have a lot of replayability if you like the theme of the game, the plot of the game. But to play this game, I think they are excellent games to play.
Go and see to it that their rule is
very atmospheric, have a lot of interesting ideas, and gameplay is nice.
Altair, it seems my students do not fully understand what it is to wield the blade. Perhaps you could show them what you know. You must be busy. I understand. You must be busy. I understand.
He's going to hit someone.
You can use stealth kills to create a distraction.
Damn fool! What's he running from?
You dare steal in my presence! That will cost you your life!
Careless can one be?
Stop it! I'll have your hands for that! Die, thief! Oh! I could have been injured for that. Oh!
Help! Guards! This man has killed someone! Anyone help me!
What's this?
I beg of you. I beg of you, sir. I beg of you. Just a few
I will make you pay!
Somebody do something!
I'll hunt you down!
Stand firm. Do not give up. Without our support, Richard and his men cannot hope to free the Holy Land. We must do all we can to aid them in their cause. Tend to your field.
It's forbidden for you.
Assassin!
Prévenez-moi si vous l'apercevez.
Remain fixed in your beliefs, though the road
Be
is
gone,
long
beggar.
and your trials many. Know that God watches
Thank you.
over you.
Yeah, FS6 Unity and Syndicate are pretty good Assassin's Creed games as well, especially Syndicate. But Unity is even, I think it has like a worst combat of a series. It's anyway it's very good Assassin's Creed. And hello Frico. New ideas, new rumors for the new Assassin's Creed is that it will be in the ancient Egypt,
I've done as asked and armed myself
and that it is done by the team of Assassin's Creed 4. These are the rumors that I know about the new Assassin's Creed.
But he's not without enemies. He and King Richard do not see eye to eye.
And they are considered to be like a very good news, because Assassin's Creed 4 is the last very good received Assassin's Creed game. So, and Egypt was requested many times by the fans of the game. So seems like it is likely that it will be that.
Fast forward in memory to a more recent one.
What is he running from?
Où est-ce qu'il court comme ça, cet imbécile?
Why are you so cruel? What have I done wrong?
You dare steal in my presence!
Pourquoi tu comme ça, vieillard?
I wonder what he's up to.
You're hurting me!
A plague upon his people!
Je te ferai
We
trancher la main.
came in peace to the Holy Land. Turned away from God. And so he punishes us. Sends hordes of heathen warriors to gather at our gate.
Bandit, j'aurai ta peau.
Let me go, please!
Rest now. Your schemes are at an end.
What do you know of my work?
I know that you are going to murder Richard and claim Appa for your son.
Alright, I decided not to do YOLO jump here because I haven't practiced it.
Unfit to lead his host, let alone a kingdom. And Richard, the only
So climbing down was a little bit slow,
faith in the insubstantial. Acre does not belong
but
to
overall
either.
pretty good.
Then who?
Memory block.
Belongs to its
Maybe I even saved some time on it. Also thanks for the follow, Frico.
Stole their food.
I hope I pronounced your nickname
Forced
correctly.
them into service under you.
Everything I did to prepare them for the new world. Stole their food? No. I took possession so that when the lean times came, it might be rationed properly. Look around. My district is without crime, save those committed by you and your ilk. And as for the conscription, they were not being trained to fight. They were being taught the merits of order and discipline. These things are hardly evil.
No matter how noble you believe your intentions, these acts are cruel and cannot continue.
We'll see how sweet they are, the fruits of your labors. You do not free the cities as you believe, but rather damn them. And in the end, you'll have only yourself to blame. You, who speak of good intentions.
Regarde de... Oh. Il avait déjà un peu trop, ce quoi.
In your belief, though the road is long, your trials many. Be not afraid. Fear and doubt are the weapons of our enemies.
Why is he?
What news?
William of Montferrat is dead, and with him his plans for betrayal.
You've done well keeping Akka from his hands.
But why now, when the Crusaders require unity most? Could have waited.
Waited for what? For Richard to return and discover his schemes? No. It was the perfect time for him to strike.
Strange. I was sure he meant to take Akka for Conrad, yet he claimed this was not his plan.
You cannot trust the words of a snake, which even in death produces venom.
I should discuss this with Al-Muallim.
Yes, my friend. Make haste for Masyaf. I am sure he is eager for news.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one. Ladders are a socially acceptable way to reach a room.
Come, Altair. I would have news of your progress.
Well, did he finish the segment, Palamicia?
I sense your thoughts are elsewhere.
Oh, he finished in it. Because I'm watching his stream as well.
Encrypted words to me. Each time I come to you and ask for answers.
Well, great. It seems that it's not as hard to get. Or just Fed. Assassin's Creed 2 loves Fed and gives him the best segments.
Tread carefully, boy. I do not like your tone.
There's a thing that he does in the Revelations where he gets the sword in very first fight.
And then you've sent me to fetch it again like some
I cannot do it. Either it was patched or it was one-time thing. I don't understand how it's done. Or maybe he was just lucky. I don't know. Maybe you need to press changing the weapons at certain time so that you can get the sword in very first fight in Revelations. But yeah, some of his segments are very lucky.
Templars.
Now you see the true reach of Robert de Sales.
All of these men, leaders of cities, commanders of armies.
All pledge allegiance to his cause.
Their works are not meant to be viewed on their own, are they? But as a whole, what do they desire?
Conquest. They seek the Holy Land not in the name of God, but for themselves.
What of Richard? Salahuddin?
Any who oppose the Templars will be destroyed. Be assured they have the means to accomplish it.
Then they must be stopped.
That is why we do our work, Altair. To ensure a future free of such things.
Why did you hide the truth from me?
That you might pierce the veil yourself. Like any task, knowledge precedes action. Information learned is more valuable than information given. Besides, your recent behavior had not inspired much confidence.
I see.
Altair, your mission has not changed. Merely the context within which you perceive it.
And armed with this knowledge, I might better understand those Templars that remain.
Is there anything else you want to know?
What about the treasure Malik retrieved from Solomon's temple? Robert seemed desperate to have it back.
In time, Altair, all will become clear. Just as the role of the Templars has revealed itself to you, so too will the nature of their treasure. For now, take comfort in the fact that it is not in their hands, but ours.
If this is your desire.
It is. You are restored another rank. Take back your weapon. Use it to bring honor to the Brotherhood. Altair, before you go...
Yes?
How did you know I wouldn't kill you?
Truth be told, Master, I didn't. I took a leap of faith.
An opening and send you to an early death.
Should you cause a disturbance, it is wise to leave.
Thief! You are bent!
You need something?
I have many things, many things. How reckless can one be?
He's going to hurt someone.
He'll hurt someone at that speed.
Please, can't you spare something? I'm poor and sick and hungry.
I meant to meet a contact nearby, but the guards seem to have it in for me. Every time I leave here, I'm attacked and forced to flee. I'm simply not the fighter I once was.
I'm so unlucky with these investigations, or not unlucky, I always make mistake here. Can you run after me? Mistakes. This time it was triggering the dialogue, not skipping the dialogue. Is he running? Is he running?
Pay for your sins.
It.
Help me! What is it that you want?
Come on. Good.
Pay for your sins.
Please, sir, have any money?
Oh. So what's good? Well, the guard spine was not very good.
Everywhere they ride, they leave only suffering in their wake.
Turn back now. Did you see the order? He wants us to repair a stage for another execution today.
Alright, don't screw this up, and we're good.
What is
is it that you want?
Hırsızlar garajına misbah.
I am sorry, Ahmad. They came without warning.
My son? They have
Hello,
my
Logan
son?
Gamer. Yes, this is on
What is to
PC.
be done with him?
We did everything.
And actually,
What is to
if
be
you
done with
will,
him?
if somebody will run again this game on consoles, then
I won't allow
it will be different category. Not because, not only because of the loading times, but also because the route is different, because investigations are different. On PC, the version on PC called Director's Cut, and it has different set of investigations than on the consoles. I like it.
We have no time to lose then. Let's go.
When you have been exposed to the guards, break their line.
What news, novice?
I am not a novice.
A man's skill is defined by his actions, not the markings on his robe.
We can trade barbs or do Al-Muallim's work. It's your decision.
Then be out with it.
Al-Muallim has asked that Majduddin be slain. He is to hold a public execution not far from here. It's sure to be well guarded, but nothing I can't handle. I know what to do.
And that is why you remain a novice in my eyes. You cannot know anything, only suspect. You must expect to be wrong, to have overlooked something. Anticipate, Altair. How many times must I remind you of this?
Are we done?
Not quite. There is one more thing. One of the men to be executed is a brother. One of us. Al-Mulim wishes for him to be saved. Do not worry about the actual rescue. My men will take care of that. But you must ensure Majduddin does not take his life. Don't foul this, Altair. Time is of the essence.
Fast forward in memory to a more recent one.
Stealing my presents? That will cost you your life! Do something! You look familiar.
People of Jerusalem, hear me well. I stand here today to deliver a warning. There are malcontents among you. They sow the seeds of discontent, hoping to lead you astray. Tell me, is this what you desire? To be mired in deceit and sin? To live your lives in fear? Then you wish to take action? Your devotion pleases me. This evil must be purged. Only then can we hope to be redeemed.
This is not justice!
You know I could do that! Who do you take
And all of you stand idle, complicit in this crime.
Curse you all! See how the evil of one man spreads to corrupt others? They sought to instill fear and doubt within you, but I will keep you safe. Here now are four filled with sin. The harlot, the thief, the gambler, the heretic. Let God's judgment be brought down upon them all!
Your work here is finished.
No, no! It had only just begun.
Tell me, what's your part in all of this? Do you intend to defend yourself as the others have and explain away your evil deeds?
The Brotherhood wanted the city. I wanted power. There was an opportunity.
An opportunity to murder innocents.
Not so innocent. Dissident voices cut deep as steel. They disrupt order. In this, I do agree with the Brotherhood.
You'd kill people simply for believing differently than you.
Of course not. I killed them because I could. Because it was fun. Do you know what it feels like to determine another man's fate? And did you see the way the people cheered? The way they feared me? I was like a god. You'd have done the
Thank you for the follow, Logan Gamer.
Such power.
Once perhaps. But then I learned what becomes of those who lift themselves above others.
And what is that?
Here, let me show you.
Kill him! Give up! You've nowhere to run!
But you will not win. Infidel!
Jerusalem needs a new ruler.
Damn, I lost the time.
What's this?
I lost the
No
time
words of
because
wisdom for
I
me?
jumped to the
Surely I
left
failed to
there
suspect
and
I
that
could
guard,
You
like
performed as
Archer
an
on the
assassin.
roof, noticed
No
me.
more, no less. That you expect praise for merely doing as told, however, troubles me.
It seems everything I do troubles
Yeah, Palamisya, IC1 Pursuit music is very, very intense.
Your work here is done.
But I still should save time on this sequence because investigations and my PB in this memory block was so bad, like very bad. Oh yeah, -3 minutes.
We done already?
Get up.
Whatever you say, Doc.
I'm ending the session. I'll be right there. You're sure about this? Yes. No. Everything's Denver. I don't see how he could... Of course. I understand. You're in a lot of trouble, Mr. Miles.
What's his problem?
They're coming for you.
Who's coming for me?
Assassins.
Hey, I had nothing to do with this.
Sounds like they're mounting some kind of rescue attempt. Guess you're more important than you realized.
Man, things just keep getting weirder and weirder around here.
Lucy's animations are so bad.
That little fight
Look
your
at her
ancestors started
hands.
during the Third Crusade, it never ended. You're being held by Templars.
Vidic's a Templar?
There's no way you could have known. They hide it so well. But to answer your question, Vidic works for them. We all do. Abstergo is their company.
I thought Templars were old dudes with funny hats who sat around drinking beer and plotting world domination with, like, the lizard people.
No, except the part about world domination, I guess. Look, Desmond, it's complicated. Half the stuff they say about the Templars comes from crazy tinfoil hat-wearing nut jobs. The other half is misinformation intentionally produced by the Templars themselves.
But they are the bad guys, right?
If there's one thing I've learned since I started working here, it's that there's no such thing. It's all so relative. I guess the best way to explain it is, what they want is good. But the way they're going about it, it's bad. Really bad.
What are they trying to do? Lucy.
Yes.
Miss Stillman, I need to speak with you. Get up here, now!
On my way, Doctor. I'm sorry, Desmond. I have to go. You should turn in for the night. The answers to all of your questions are right in front of you. You just have to know where to look.
Missed you this morning, Doc.
Get in the Animus.
Use free running to escape from a fight.
Amin Altair. I trust you're well rested? Ready for your remaining trials?
I am, but I'd speak with you first. I have questions.
Ask them. I'll do my best to answer.
The merchant king of Damas murdered the nobles who ruled his city. Majd-ad-Din in Jerusalem used fear to force his people into submission. I suspect William meant to murder Richard and hold Akka with his troops. These men were meant to aid their leaders. Instead, they chose to betray them. What I do not understand is why.
Is the answer not obvious? The Templars desire control. Each man, as you've noted, wanted to claim their cities in the Templar name, that the Templars themselves might rule the Holy Land, and eventually beyond. But they cannot succeed in their mission.
Why is that?
Their plans depend upon the Templar treasure, the Peace of Eden. But we hold it now, and they cannot hope to achieve their goals without it.
What is this treasure?
It is temptation.
It's just a piece of silver.
Look at it.
What am I supposed to see?
This piece of silver cast out Adam and Eve. It turned staves into snakes, parted and closed the Red Sea. Eris used it to start the Trojan War, and with it a poor carpenter turned water into wine.
It seems rather plain for all the power you claim it has. How does it work?
He who holds it commands the hearts and minds of whoever looks upon it, whoever tastes of it, as they say.
Then Gagne's men?
An experiment. Herbs used to simulate its effects, to be ready for when they held it.
Talel supplied them. Tamir equipped them. They were preparing for something. But what?
War.
And the others, the men who ruled the cities, they meant to gather up their people, make them like Gagne's men.
The perfect citizens, the perfect soldiers, a perfect world.
Robert de Sable must never have this back.
So long as he and his brothers live, they will try.
Then they must be destroyed.
Which is what I've had you doing. There are 2 more Templars who require your attention. One in Akka, known as Speedrun. One in Damas, called Jubair.
Hello, Papi Lava.
Visit with the Bureau
Welcome to the
leaders.
stream.
They'll instruct you further.
As you wish.
Be quick about it. No doubt Robert de Sable is made nervous by our continued success. His remaining followers will do their best to expose you. They know you come, the man in the white hood. They'll be looking for you.
They won't find me. I'm but a blade in the crowd.
Here, my gift to you, in gratitude for the good work you've done.
Use free running to escape from a fight.
You tell him I said no. I won't have you damn soldiers poking about in my business.
Listen here, old man.
No, you listen to me. This is my property, not his. I don't care if Christ himself put the man in charge.
He isn't asking. It's in order.
That's rich. The man couldn't order his way out of a burlap sack. I've seen the mess he's made of the docks. I won't let him ruin mine.
Just read the letter. You'll see his terms are quite generous.
I grow tired of this. Look, I'll consider what he has to offer, but I doubt it'll change my mind. Now go on, get out of here.
Tu as un problème?
Do you think he's being chased by something?
I beg of you, sir. I beg of you. Just a few points.
You.
What are you doing?
No! No!
No, you don't understand. I'm poor, sir. I need the money. My family's dying. Could you spare a few coins?
It's getting worse. His paranoia knows no bounds. He's doubled our shifts. No one sleeps.
Wasn't so bad till he decided to make the port his home.
He's planning something at sea. That's why he came here.
Planning what? What's the meaning of this? Two of you off in a corner, whispering, plotting?
Nothing of the sort. We were only...
Only what? What secrets are you keeping?
You misunderstand.
Damned assassins, they're probably here right now, watching us. Do you find this amusing? Do you? Well, laugh while you can. Double the patrols.
Which ones?
All of them!
But we don't have the men.
Find them! Recall our knights from the field if you must.
Countering a strong attack will leave your enemy vulnerable.
Greetings, Altair. What news?
Al-Mualim has named another. Calls himself Sabrand.
I am familiar with the man. Newly appointed leader of the Knights Teutonic, he resides in the Venetian Quarter and runs Akka's port.
Yes, I've learned as much, and more.
Continue then.
Sabrand is said to be consumed by fear, driven mad by the knowledge that his death approaches. He has sealed the docks district, and now hides within waiting for his ship to arrive.
This will make things dangerous. I wonder how it is he learned of your mission.
The men I've killed, they are all connected. Al-Mualim warned me that word of my deeds has spread among them.
Be on your guard, Altair. Altair.
Yes, Rafiq.
I owe you an apology.
For what?
For doubting your dedication to our cause.
No, it was I who erred. I believe myself above the creed. You owe me nothing.
As you wish, my friend. Go in safety.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Maudit voleur! Je te ferai trancher la main!
Ist ein toter Mann, wenn sich erleuchtet.
Please, someone do something!
Elender Dieb!
You are mistaken, Master Sibrand. I would never propose violence against any man, and most certainly not against you.
So you say, and yet no one here will vouch for you. What am I to make of this?
I live a simple life, my lord, as do all men of the cloth. It is not for us to call attention to ourselves.
Perhaps. Or perhaps they do not know you because you are not a man of God, but an assassin!
Never!
You wear the same robes.
If they cover themselves as we do, it is only to instill uncertainty and fear. You must not give in.
Are you calling me a coward? Challenging my authority? Are you perhaps hoping to turn my own knights against me?
No. I don't understand why you're doing this to me. I've done nothing wrong.
I don't recall accusing you of any wrongdoing, which makes your outburst rather odd. Is it the presence of guilt that compels a confession?
But I confess nothing.
Ah, defiant to the very end.
What do you mean?
William and Garnier were too confident, and they paid for this with their lives. I won't make the same mistake. If you truly are a man of God, then surely the Creator will provide for you. Let him stay my hand.
You've gone mad. Will none of you come forward to stop this? He is clearly poisoned by his own fear, compelled to see enemies where none exist.
Seems the people share my concern. What I do for Artre! Stay vigilant, men. Report any suspicious activity to the guard. I doubt we've seen the last of these assassins. Persistent bastards. Now get back to work. do this?
You were afraid.
Of course I am afraid.
Oh, I was lucky
But
with
you'll
the
be
spawn
safe now.
of the
Held
Speedrun
in
on the
the arms
boat
of your god.
because
Have my brothers taught you nothing?
sometimes he
I know
spawns
what
in
waits
the
for
far side of it and you need to wait for
It's
him.
not your god.
But that was a very
What?
good spawn.
Nothing. Nothing waits. And that is what I fear.
You don't believe.
How could I, given what I know, what I've seen? Our treasure was the proof.
Proof of what?
That this life is all we have.
Linger a while longer then, and tell me of the part you were to play.
A blockade by sea. To keep the fool kings and queens from sending reinforcements. Once we...
Conquered the Holy Land?
freed it, you fool. From the tyranny of faith.
Freedom? You worked to overthrow cities, control men's minds, murdered any who spoke against you.
I followed my orders, believing in my cause. Same as you.
I wonder if it will reset my... that I killed him. It shouldn't reset. Yes, we're good. Wow, that beggar. Also, what's this? Again, I will lose time on this. Come on, can you, Altair, can you jump? Finally. Please don't fall here. Alright, we're good. Damn it. It was a big time loss. Also, what am I doing? Oh, Altair can't swim. He cannot swim. That's why the water in this game is extremely dangerous. Like, when I was pausing a little bit while I was getting to Speedrun, I was pausing just not to fall into water, because if I did fall there, I lost a lot of time. Here I didn't lost much because I desynced. Like, wow, such a crowd here. Also, what was this guard? Go away. Damn. Yeah, I got too many guards on my tail. And this one was in the very inconvenient spot. This time was, I don't know by how much.
Sabran's life is ended.
So it is. You should ride for Masyaf.
Yeah, sometimes these jumps from boat to boat
I should return and
not
speak to him. Of
working,
this and other things.
but maybe it's just the angle. I think it's angle. My angle was too big for the jump, and when the jump is very, angle is very big, jumping on such beams not work. It
It is
didn't
the
work.
men you kill, isn't it?
Doesn't work.
You feel something for them.
How?
Ah, my friend. You are not meant to enjoy these grim tasks. Regret, uncertainty, sympathy. This is to be expected.
I should not fear these feelings.
You should embrace them. They are what keep you human.
What if I'm wrong? What if these men are not meant to die? What if they mean well? Misguided, perhaps, but pure in motive.
I am but a Rafiq, Altair, and such things are beyond me. Perhaps Al-Mualim can help you to make sense of it.
Yes, perhaps. Thank you, Rafiq.
It is my pleasure to have served with one as skilled as you.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one. When you're out of knives, refill your stock.
Oh wow. I guess investigations
Welcome home, child. What news?
in my PB were slower. Oh, I killed him faster this time. I don't know. I don't know why I lost almost no time.
Question, Master, if I may.
Ask, and I will answer.
I will take it.
Jubayer and Sabrand.
Ah, don't you see? They paved the way for change. Ensure threats both old and new are not given cause to intervene.
To weaken them is to weaken our enemy. I suppose that makes sense.
Were these men to continue their work, our work would quickly be undone.
How is that? We've caused them much grief.
We strike at the arms, yes, but this is a hydra that you face, and it is quick to replace that which is severed.
Then we should lop off its head and be done with this.
Soon, soon. We are close. Only one more man stands between us and our ultimate goal.
I will return to my work. The sooner this last man dies, the sooner I might face our true enemy.
Before you go, I have a question for you.
Of course.
What is the truth?
We place faith in ourselves. We see the world the way it really is, and hope that one day all mankind might see the same.
What is the world, then?
An illusion. One which we can either submit to, as most do, or transcend.
What is it to transcend?
To recognize nothing is true and everything is permitted. That laws arise not from divinity but reason. I understand now that our creed does not command us to be free. It commands us to be wise.
Do you see now why the Templars are a threat?
Whereas we would dispel the illusion, they would use it to rule.
Yes. To reshape the world in an image more pleasing to them. That is why I sent you to steal their treasure. That is why I keep it locked away. And that is why you kill them. So long as even one survives, so too does their desire to create a new world order. Take your equipment. Seek out this last man. With his death, Robert de Sable will at last be vulnerable.
It will be done.
Safety and peace upon you, Altair.
Use counterattacks when faced with multiple enemies.
Thief! You are filth!
No, you don't understand. I have just a few coins, please.
Where are you? I know you're here somewhere.
You live alive, surrounded by false knowledge, created by wicked men. You live alive, surrounded by false knowledge, created by wicked men who seek dominion over your minds. Locked away, they might still be discovered. But once burned, these texts can no longer...
Can't you spare something? I'm poor and sick and hungry. My family.
It does not mean we must as well. This is our chance to begin anew.
We found the place. It's just as you described it.
I suspect he'll want to deal with this himself, and quickly. Best we say nothing to the others.
A wise course of action. Truth be told, I'll be happy when this business is done.
Soon, my friend, soon. Today should see the last of them put to torch. Boy, come here. You still have the letter I gave you?
Yes.
Go and deliver it then. You'll find the one it's meant for inside the madrasa.
They say it is a crusade! A crusade for what? Ignorance? Violence? Madness? We must resist! We must fight them in any way we can! Praise be Saladin! He has found the strength to stand in defense of our great civilization!
Please, can't you spare something?
I wish
I'm
to see
poor
him,
and sick and
to hear
hungry.
him speak.
It can be arranged, but we must be careful. There are still those who reject illumination. They would harm him.
Then they are ignorant and afraid.
You seem sincere, but how do I know I can trust you?
It hurts me to even hear you ask the question.
Very well. We gather each day in the madrasa. He comes to speak, and then leads us into the city, that we might cleanse it.
Could I join you then?
Understand that it is a difficult path we walk. Our work demands sacrifice.
I understand.
Then come and meet with us. Let us see how strong you really are.
Use throwing knives to deal with distant enemies.
It's the hero of Damas. Come in, stay a while. Tell me all about your adventures.
I'm afraid I don't have the time.
I see. Too important for me now.
It's not that.
No, of course not. How may I serve you then?
Al-Muallim has asked I take the life of the one they call Jubair.
Salahadin's chief scholar?
Yes. He's turned the other scholars of the city to his cause. Together they intend to work a great evil.
How?
They're collecting the city's knowledge. All its written words.
For what purpose?
To destroy them.
And where will this be done?
They move throughout the city. But first they meet at the Madrasa al-Khalasa. If I go there, I should find Jubair.
Excellent work as always, Altair. You can stop him before he has a chance to strike again.
With your permission, Rafiq.
Of course. You're free to begin whenever you are ready. Bring glory to the Brotherhood, Altair.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Let go of me! I've done nothing wrong! Why are you doing this? What have I done?
Leave now, or I'll make you.
It's forbidden for you to be here.
Every single text in this city must be destroyed. My friend, you must not do this. Much knowledge rests within these parchments, put there by our ancestors for good reason.
And what reason is this?
They are beacons, meant to guide us, to save us from the darkness that is ignorance.
No, these bits of paper are covered in lies. They poison your minds, and so long as they exist, you cannot hope to see the world the way it truly is.
You accuse these scrolls of being weapons. They are tools of learning.
You turn to them for answers and salvation. You rely more upon them than yourselves. This makes you weak and stupid. You trust in words, drops of ink. Do you ever stop to think of who put them there? Or why? No, you simply accept their words without question. And what if those words speak falsely? As they often do. This is dangerous.
You are wrong. These texts give the gift of knowledge. We need them.
You love your precious writings. You do anything for them?
Yes. Yes, of course.
Then
join them!
Any man who speaks as he is just as much a threat. Do any else among you wish to challenge me? Good! Your orders are simple enough. Go out into the city. Collect any remaining writings and add them to the piles in the streets. When you're done, we'll send a cart to collect them, that they may be destroyed.
Where is he going?
Deliver a warning. Should Richard take Jaffa,
Go away!
Good people of Damas, you are doing the right thing. Why? Why have you done this?
Men must be free to do what they believe. It is not our right to punish one for thinking what they do, no matter how much we disagree.
Then what?
You of all people should know the answer. Educate them. Teach them right from wrong. It must be knowledge that frees them, not force.
They do not learn, fixed in their ways as they are. You are naive to think otherwise. It's an illness, for which there is but one cure.
You're wrong, and that's why you must be put to rest.
Am I not unlike those precious books you seek to save? A source of knowledge with which you disagree, yet you are rather quick to steal my life.
A small sacrifice to save many. It is necessary.
Is it not ancient scrolls that inspire the Crusaders? That fill Salah ad-Din and his men with a sense of righteous fury? Their texts endanger others, bring death in their wake. I too was making a small sacrifice. It matters little now. Your deed is done, and so am I.
You can't just kill someone!
He's trying to kill me!
But escape, and there will be guards on the roof. Good escape, there are no guards on the roof.
Altair, tell me you've met with success.
Yes. Jubair's fires are extinguished. His life as well.
Excellent news. I had no doubt you'd succeed.
You should have seen it. The scholars followed him so readily. Wasn't just books they fed to fire either, but any man who opposed them.
Such ignorance breeds only evil. You've done a good thing this day.
As with my other targets, he believed he was doing the right thing, clearing a path to a better future.
Of course he would. Such is the landscape of a madman's mind.
The things I've seen these past few weeks, it's as if all the land has gone mad.
And this is why we fight to end the war, that sanity might return. The people are desperate for direction. It's easy for men like Jubair to prey on this and turn them towards evil. You should go, Altair. Return to Al-Mualim. Tell him what you saw. Let him know the good you've done this day.
Safety and peace, Rafi.
Upon you as well.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Not a lot of time, Vic.
Understand this logical.
Wherever it's hidden, time to retrieve it.
Working on it.
And when it's done,
He'll be taken care of.
I want that progress report by tomorrow morning.
I've got some work I need to do. So you've got the rest of the night to yourself. Time's wasting, Mr. Miles.
Yeah, I'm coming.
We're nearly done, you know.
And then what?
You'll see. Maybe they'll even let you watch when it begins. It's not as terrible as you think.
Look, I know you're not gonna let me leave. So why not tell me what's going on? Humor me.
I'm not an idiot, Mr. Miles. I think you've already learned quite a bit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course not.
All right, let me ask you something else then.
Yes?
Some of the stuff I'm seeing in the Animus, sometimes it seems wrong. Untrue, like the history is off somehow. It doesn't...
It doesn't what, Mr. Miles? Match up with what you read on an online encyclopedia? What your high school history teacher taught you? Let me ask you something. Do these supposed experts have access to secret knowledge, kept hidden from the rest of us?
There are books, letters, documents, all sorts of source material from back then. Some of it seems to contradict what the Animus is showing me.
Anyone can write a book, and they can put whatever they want on its pages. Anything. Used to be, we thought the world was flat.
Some people still do.
Yes, and they publish books about it. Or that the moon landing was a hoax. I believe there's also a book claims the world was created in 7 days. A bestseller, too.
Where's this going, Doc?
I have no
The
idea,
point, I
Theo.
suppose, is that you shouldn't trust everything you hear, everything you read. What's that your ancestors said?
I don't know.
Nothing is true.
Crusade.
Everything is permitted.
Crusade's
Yes,
history.
It's
that
part
well.
of what makes the Animus so spectacular. There's no room for misinterpretation.
There's always room.
And also it's interesting
Touché,
that
Mr. Miles.
Mr. Miles
Now that I've answered your
knows
question, can we begin?
something about Holy Land, considering that he's like... That was not on his priority list when he was a bartender, or who he was before he was captured, something like that. So yeah, it's pretty weird that he says that, but it's kinda good for the plot, I guess.
My student, we have much to
Good
discuss.
question to raise when you are dealing with a machine that
Robert de Sable
lets you
is now all that
relive
stands
the past.
between us and victory. It is his mouth gives the orders. His hand pays the gold. With him dies the knowledge of the Templar treasure and any threat it might pose.
I still don't understand how a simple bit of treasure could cause so much chaos.
The peace of Eden is temptation given fall. Merely look at what it's done to Robert. Once he tasted of its power, the thing consumed him. He saw not a dangerous weapon to be destroyed, but a tool. One that would help him realize his life's ambition.
He dreamed of power then.
Yes and no. He dreamed, still dreams, like us, of peace.
But this is a man who sought to see the Holy Land consumed by war.
Привет, Диспутика. Я ничего про это не знаю, про эти поэтому ничего тебе сказать не могу.
What do you mean?
What do he and his followers want? A world in which all men are united. I do not despise his goal. I share it. But I take issue with the means. Peace is something to be learned, to be understood, to be embraced.
He would force it.
And rob us of our free will in the process.
Strange to think of him in this way.
Never harbor hate for your victims, Altair. Such thoughts are poison and will cloud your judgment.
Could he not be convinced then to end his mad quest?
I spoke to him in my way through you. What was each killing if not a message? But he has chosen to ignore us.
Then there's only one thing left to do.
Jerusalem is where you faced him first. It's where you'll find him now. Let this final offering lend.
Well, actually, I think at the time of Crusades,
it's time to finish this.
There was a Golden Horde. They would captured all the lands that are now is Russia. So, Mongolians. Have you seen Have you seen that history YouTube channel when he says like this applies to all nations except Mongolians, something like that. It's a recurring joke on his history YouTube channel. Well, I think the Russia in those times were property of Mongolians, something like that.
Jar carriers can easily break your cover.
Or maybe just was freeing from the like influence or something. And I don't think that Russia even existed. There was like different, how to call it, I don't even know.
Where is he? Why is he running around like that?
I beg of you, just a few points, please.
He just killed someone! Kill one
Take the map I've given you and see that the guards are placed accordingly. We'll be safe enough during the procession. It's the burial that worries me. Easy for our enemies to hide amongst the crowd.
If you're so concerned, why not post your own men? Search the site
Yeah,
yourselves.
Russia this time is maybe divided, like on different. It was like Game of Thrones in Russia in this time. There were different counts which have own. Now each like piece of land that they owned is the region.
Make it and do as you've been asked.
Well, this is bad. This is bad. Please, let me climb. Let me climb, please. Oh, so scary. Oh no 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 no! Don't die! Don't die! Wow, this is kinda. Well, I think Game of Thrones were at some point in each country of Europe. I think Germany was divided or France was divided for very, very long time. Something like that.
You are not supposed to be with me.
this is bad. This is so bad. Please. Just why? Oh, here. Yep. What? How did I eliminate it with Templar? This is just funny. Alright, I will lose time on these investigations. So yeah, but in Russia this period was a little bit longer than in the Europe. Russia formed later than the European countries. Most of them, at least.
You have no business here. Leave.
Where's the last one? Oh, here it is. Oh, no, not to get alert. Not to get alert. I need to train this one, this investigation. Because it's kind of inconsistent. Maybe figure out a different route.
Help! I need help! Please, anyone!
Also, where is please. Oh. Alright, I'm fast enough. Good. The investigations in the last two sequences are so scary.
Crusader Knights in Jerusalem?
It is.
And?
Different from the others.
Because of the patrols. Patrols are in the highest alert state in the last two... in the last three districts. So even if you jump or bump into anyone, you will get alert. And this is so scary.
When you are exposed, use sharp turns.
Safety and peace, Altair.
Upon you as well, brother.
Seems fate has a funny way with things.
Robert de Sable is in Jerusalem.
I've seen the knights myself.
Only misfortune follows that man. I won't give him the chance to continue his campaign.
Do not let vengeance cloud your thoughts, brother. We both know no good can come of that.
I have not forgotten. You have nothing to fear. I do not seek revenge, but knowledge.
Truly you are not the man I once knew.
My work has taught me many things, revealed secrets to me. But there are still pieces of this puzzle I do not possess.
What do you mean?
All the men I've laid to rest have worked together, united by this man. Robert has designs upon the land. This much I know for certain. But how and why, when and where,
well,
these things remain
last boss fight pretty difficult.
Working together?
There will be a very big fight with guards, very long and very big, with a lot of them, like one of the biggest fights in all series. There are like 30 people attacking you.
Then tell me.
But there is like an easy strat to come over it.
Which means so will I.
Yeah, and two kinda one in Isbo assassination, which I hope I won't screw up, and one assassination to which I need to infiltrate the cutscene.
To make peace.
That I can screw up as well,
I told you. The others
but I hope I will not.
That would make them our allies, and yet we killed them.
Make no mistake, we are nothing like these men. Though their goal sounds noble, the means by which they'd achieve it are not. At least, that's what Al-Mualim told me.
So what is your plan?
I'll attend the funeral and confront Robert.
The sooner the better. fortune favor your blade, brother.
Malik, before I go, there's something I should say.
Be out with it.
I've been a fool.
Normally I'd make no argument, but what is this? What are you talking about?
All this time, I never told you I was sorry. Too damn proud. You lost your arm because of me. Lost Qadar. You had every right to be angry.
I do not accept your apology.
I understand.
No, you don't. I do not accept your apology because you are not the same man who went with me into Solomon's temple. And so you have nothing to apologize for.
Malik.
Perhaps if I had not been so envious of you, I would not have been so careless myself. I'm just as much to blame.
Don't say such things.
We are one. As we share the glory of our victories, so too should we share the pain of our defeat. In this way, we grow closer. We grow stronger.
Thank you, brother.
Rest if you need to, Altair, that you might be ready for what lies ahead.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
ما الذي يجعله يرفض هذا؟
You dare steal in my presence? I'll have your hand for that.
You don't understand. I have nothing.
He better not cause any trouble.
I beg of you. I beg of you just a few coins.
سوف يراه أحد آجلا أو عاجلا.
You have no...
سوف أنبهك إذا رأيته يمر بالجوار. لن يبعد كثيرا. We gather here to mourn the loss of our beloved Majd-ud-Din. Taken too soon from this world. I know you feel sorrow and pain at his passing, but you should not. For just as we are all brought forth from the womb, so too must we all one day pass from this world. It is only natural, like the rising and the setting of the sun. Take this moment to reflect on his life and give thanks for all the good he did. Know that one day you will stand with him again in paradise. As you know, this man was murdered. We have tried to track his killer, but it has proved difficult. These creatures cling to the shadows and run from any who would face them fairly. But not today, for since one stands among us, he mocks us with his presence and must be made to pay. Seize him! Bring him forward, that God's justice might be done!
I would see your eyes before you die.
I sense you expected someone else.
What sorcery is this?
No sorcery. We knew you'd come. Robert needed to be sure he'd have time to get away.
So he flees.
We cannot deny your success. You have laid waste to our plans. First the treasure, then our men. Control of the Holy Land slipped away. But then he saw an opportunity to reclaim what has been stolen.
I see you like it, Theo.
Al-Mualim still holds your treasure.
Actually,
He routed your army
you can do
before.
invisible
Whatever Robert
assassination
plans, he'll fail again.
on Maria as well, but it's just very
Speak
inconsistent. It's like the fastest way to do it, but it's very difficult to do. There is a video, if you go to Magilex's channel, he made a video how he does invisible assassination on Marie, and it's a thing of beauty, because there he not only
enemy in common and ensure the annihilation of your entire order.
kills her very fast, but there is an invisible wall which he need to penetrate, and there is like you can wall clip in this game, and he uses this wall clip to go through invisible wall, and it also looks very cool. But overall, it's extremely difficult to do. Like, very inconsistent. So no doing this in the single segment run until someone finds a consistent way to do it. Alright, if escape will be good, then yeah, should be good. But there can be guards on the ladder. Right, are we good? Seems to be good. Alright, yeah, this is done.
It was a trap.
I had heard the funeral turned to chaos. What happened?
Robert de Sable was never here. He sent another in his stead. He was expecting me.
You must go to Al-Mualim.
There's no time. She told me where he's gone, what he plans. If I return to Masyaf, he might succeed. And then, I fear we'll be destroyed.
We have killed most of his
Well,
men.
I may say that I know like
the proper attack.
90% of the city.
Did you say she?
Because you don't go in some parts of city, and I don't take some routes through the city when I do 100% run. But when you do 100% run, you do all viewpoints, all flags, all Templars, all investigations, all citizens, so you need to go like through all the district almost.
Men I've killed, men on both sides of the conflict. Men important to both leaders. Robert's plan may be ambitious, but it makes sense. And it could work.
Look, brother. Things have changed. You must return to Masyaf. We cannot act without our master's permission. It could compromise the Brotherhood. I thought you had learned this.
Stop hiding behind words, Malik. You wield the creed and its tenets like some shield. He's keeping things from us. Important things. You were the one told me we could never know anything, only suspect. Well, I suspect this business with the Templars goes deeper. When I'm done with Robert, I will ride for Masyaf that we may have answers. But perhaps you could go now.
I cannot leave the city.
Then walk amongst its people. Seek out those who served the ones I slew. Learn what you can. You call yourself perceptive. Perhaps you'll see something I could not.
I don't know. I must think on this.
Do as you must, my friend. But it's time I ride for Arsuf. Every moment I delay, our enemy gets one step ahead of me.
Be careful, brother.
I will be. I promise.
Everywhere they ride, they leave only suffering in their wake.
Selecting the hidden blade during fight will allow you Take your time. When moving slowly, when you are exposed, throwing soldiers from roof.
He's over here! You can't escape! You're a dead man!
Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun? Kime boyun eğmek istiyorsun? Seni gözün kapalı bile yenerim.
What? What was that? What was that? Oh, this is so stupid. So stupid.
Geber kafir!
Also, let me kill. Damn, this fight is so freaking slow. Just kill one guy. Can I kill him? Right, that should be good enough. Finally, damn, I lost so much time on that. That was so bad. Also that glitch. Just ridiculous.
won't get away! Get him! Get him! May God have mercy on your soul. Be one will catch. This is wasted. Where will end your life? This was good. May God have mercy on your soul. You wish to die? How can one expect people? I'll take you down! I'll get you! We need enemy there. Back here! God favors me. You will not win. Maybe you haven't noticed. Already lost.
Alright, now not screw this assassination up. Please don't screw this up.
Hold a moment. It's words I bring, not steel. Your schemes, like
Alright, we're good. We're good.
You know nothing of schemes. You're but a puppet. He betrayed you, boy. Just as he betrayed me.
Speak sense, Templar. Or not at all.
9 men he sent you to kill, yes? The 9 who guarded the treasure's secret.
What of it?
It wasn't 9 who found the treasure, assassin. Not 9, but 10.
A 10th? None may live who carry the secret. Give me his name.
Oh, but you know him well. And I doubt very much you'd take his life as willingly as you've taken mine.
Who?
It is your master, Al-Mualim.
But he is not a Templar.
Did you never wonder how it is he knew so much? Where to find us, how many we numbered, what we aspired to attain?
He is the master of the assassins.
Oui, master of lies. You and I just 2 more pawns in his grand game. And now, with my death, only you remain. Do you think he'll let you live, knowing what you do?
I've no interest in the treasure.
Ah, but he does. The only difference between your master and I is that he did not want to share.
No.
Ironic, isn't it? That I, your greatest enemy, kept you safe from harm. But now you've taken my life, and in the process, ended your own.
Offering terms of surrender then. It's about time. Well fought, assassin. assassin.
You misunderstand.
It seems
Sound
God
one
favors your
understands
cause
without
this
spying.
day.
God has nothing to do with it.
What is the meaning of this? And be quick with it! You may not believe in him, but it seems he believes in you. Before you go, I have a question. And he has hired you to kill me?
It's not you I've come to kill.
Come to gloat about it before you strike? I won't be taken so easily. Why? Why travel all this way? Risk your life 1,000 times, all to kill a single man. Speak then, that I may judge the truth.
Vengeance.
Who is this traitor? Ah,
but there might be peace.
Vengeance, then. This is what you fight for. Peace. Do you see the contradiction?
Some men cannot be reasoned.
Like that madman, Saladin.
I think he'd like to see an end to this war as much as you.
So I've heard, but never seen.
Even if he doesn't say it, it's what the people want. Saracen and Crusader alike.
The people know not what they want. It's why they turn to men like us.
And it falls to men like you to do what is right.
Nonsense. We come into the world kicking and screaming, violent and unstable. It is what we are. We cannot help ourselves.
No. We are what we choose to be.
Your kind. Always playing with words.
I speak the truth. There's no trick to be found here.
We'll know soon enough. But I fear you cannot have what you desire this day. Even now, that heathen Saladin cuts through my men and I must attend to them. But perhaps, having seen how vulnerable he is, he will reconsider his actions. Yes, in time, what you seek may be possible.
You were no more secure than him. Do not forget that. The men you left behind to rule in your stead did not intend to serve you for longer than they had.
Yes. I am well aware.
Then I'll take my leave. My master and I have much to discuss. It seems that even he is not without fault.
He is only human, as are we all. You as well.
Safety and peace be upon you.
I said get up, goddammit! Listen.
Oh no.
Seems your assassin friends found us.
What?
How'd you do it, Desmond?
Hey, look, I don't know what you're talking about, but whatever's going on down there has got nothing to do with me.
They're here for you, and I sure as shit didn't invite them. What's the situation down there?
We're taking heavy fire.
Can you contain it? Or do I need to evacuate the prisoner?
Only 5 or 6. We've got them outnumbered. Couple of wounded, but we'll pull through. We'll get it under control.
God damn you, Desmond. You couldn't leave well enough alone.
I told you I had nothing to do with this. How would I even contact them? Telepathy? Come on.
Doesn't matter. They'll be dead soon enough. Here, have a listen.
That's been neutralized.
Looks like the cavalry won't be coming.
Dunno, Doc. We were freaking out a minute ago. Your little research facility not as secure as you thought it was? Worried they'll be back with more?
I don't think so, Desmond.
What Lucy here is trying to say is that there aren't any assassins left to come for you. We've been very busy this past year, hunting down your little enclaves, your desert communes and whatnot. I'm afraid you're on your own. Rest up, Mr. Miles. Tomorrow, we finish this. Get up.
Even earlier than usual, Doc.
I'd like to get this over with as quickly as possible.
If you say so.
Don't be so glum, Mr. Miles. Today is a historic day. One that will be remembered for years to come. Remembered by some of us, anyway.
Collecting the hidden blade during fight will allow you
Where is everyone?
Gone to see the Master.
Was it the Templars? Did they attack again?
They walk the path.
What path? What are you talking about?
Towards the light.
Speak sense.
There is only what the Master...
You've lost your mind.
You too will walk the path.
It was Al-Mualim, wasn't it? What's he done to you?
Praise be to the Master, for he has led us to the light. Oh.
He won't get away! Stay on him! There's no way out!
As the Master commands, for the light, kill the traitor!
For the Master! He does not walk the path. Destroy him!
You cannot escape!
Yes, graphics is on max in this game. It's a very old game, it's not hard to get it on max on PC.
I'll get you!
Altair! Up here!
You picked a fine time to arrive.
So it seems.
Guard yourself well, friend. Al-Mualim has betrayed us.
Yes. Betrayed his Templar allies as well.
Yes, graphics is on maximum.
After we spoke, I returned to the ruins beneath Solomon's temple. Robert had kept a journal, filled its pages with revelations. What I read there broke my heart. But it also opened my eyes. You were right, Altair. All along our master has used us. We were not meant to save the Holy Land, but deliver it to him. He must be stopped.
Be careful, Malik. What he's done to the others, he'll do to us given the chance. You must stay far from him.
What would you propose? My blade arm is still strong and my men remain my own. It would be a mistake not to use us.
Distract these thralls, then. Assault the fortress from behind. If you can draw their attention away from me, I might reach Al-Mualim.
I will do as you ask, Dai.
The men we face, their minds are not their own. If you can avoid killing them.
Yes. Though he has betrayed the tenets of the Creed, it does not mean we must as well. I'll do what I can.
It's all I ask. Safety and peace, my friend.
Your presence here will deliver us both.
There are so many innocents. I must be careful not to harm them.
No! What's happening?
So, the student returns.
I've never been one to run.
Never been one to listen either.
I still live because of it.
What will I do with you?
Let me go.
Oh, Altair.
hear the hatred in your voice. Feel its heat. Let you go? Well, that would be unwise.
Why are you doing this?
I found proof.
Proof of what?
That nothing is true. And everything is permitted. Come. Destroy the betrayer. Send him from this world.
Why can I do this fight? I just don't understand. Oh, I lost time here. I lost time here.
Should you fall?
I just don't get it. I really don't. Also, what's this? What's this? Can you like... Wow. What's happening? Oh. Finally. I did some counter attack. Wow, this is very interesting. Why this fight is so hard? It shouldn't be so hard. It really shouldn't be.
Face me! Or are you afraid?
I have stood before 1,000 men, all of them superior to you, and all of them dead, by my hand. I am not afraid.
Prove it.
What could I possibly fear? Look at the power I command.
Wow, this is so bad. Why I have such bad luck on this one? Just finally, damn, this was just so bad.
You lied to me.
They didn't let me kill him.
Was yours as well.
First the wrong guy grabbed me, and then...
You won't succeed.
Oh,
Others will find
damn
strength
it.
to stand against you.
And this is why, so long as men maintain free will, there can be no peace.
I killed the last man who spoke as such.
Bold words, boy. But just words.
Then let me go. I'll put words into action. Tell me, Master, why did you not make me like the other assassins? Why allow me to retain my mind?
Who you are and what you do are twined too tight together. To rob you of one would have deprived me of the other. And those Templars had to die. But the truth is, I did try. In my study, when I showed you the treasure. But you are not like the others. You saw through the illusion.
Illusion?
That's all it's ever done. This Templar treasure, this piece of Eden, this word of God. Do you understand now? Red Sea was never parted. Water never turned to wine. It was not the machinations of Iris that spawned the Trojan War, but this! Illusions! All of them!
What you plan is no less an illusion. To force men to follow you against their will.
Is it any less real than the phantoms the Saracens and Crusaders follow now? Those craven gods who retreat from this world that men might slaughter one another in their names? They live amongst an illusion already. I'm simply giving them another. One that demands less blood.
At least they choose these phantoms.
Or do they? Aside from the occasional convert or heretic?
It isn't right.
And now logic has left you. In its place, you embrace emotion. I am disappointed.
What's to be done then?
You will not follow me, and I cannot compel you.
And you refuse to give up this evil scheme.
It seems then we are at an impasse.
No, we are at an end.
I will miss you, Altair. You were my very best student.
At least I got fast kill on him. Yes, now I know how to do it. Pretty consistently. Hello Zahami, welcome to stream.
So it seems. You have won then. Go and claim your prize.
You held fire in your hand, old man. It should have been destroyed.
Destroy the only thing capable of ending the Crusades and creating true peace? Never.
Then I will.
We'll see about that. I applied my heart to know wisdom, and to know madness and folly. I perceived that this also was a chasing after wind. For in much wisdom is much grief. And he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow. Destroy it! Destroy it as you said you would.
I can't.
Yes, you can, Altair. Oh.
We've got it.
What the hell was that?
Well?
We've got the map.
How many?
At least half a dozen.
We don't need them all.
We should assume some amount of decay. I can't imagine they'll all still be functioning. At least 2 appear to reside on land masses that no longer exist.
We'll dispatch teams to each site and determine viability. We only need 1, after all.
What about the rest?
Collect them. Let's not leave anything to chance. Last thing we need is some damn survivor making trouble for us in the new world.
And the assassin?
We have what we need. Kill him.
Wait. You know how these things work. I doubt we'll be able to walk right in.
What's your point?
We might need him. His memories. I'd recommend we hold him until we have confirmation that there aren't any surprises waiting for us at the sites.
This is a waste of time.
You said it yourself. We shouldn't leave anything to chance.
Very well. Ensure we have no further need of him, then kill him.
Fine. Stop undermining my authority!
I just saved your ass.
Let's go. We've got a lot of work to do. Don't get too comfortable, Mr. Miles. We'll be back for you soon enough.
What the hell is that? Oh my God. It looks like... Is that blood? The hell were they keeping here before me? And what happened to him? What does it mean, I wonder?
Yeah, so here's the run. Well, I guess so very good run, and current route it can be like sub 350 or close to it, something like that. Also, it's better than my segmented run. So I need to redo my segmented run now. Yes, this is a new world record in this category, and overall it's like this is now the fastest run of Assassin's Creed 1 because it's faster than segmented. Because I use some new routes. Well, anyway, let's check our votes. Revelations 1. Yes, it's like has the most of the votes. So next Sunday it will be Revelations 70%, and there is a big possibility that it will be a world record as well, because I'm doing segmented 10% run of Revelations right now, which gives me a very good amount of practice. Anyway, and tomorrow I will try, I'm not sure if I can finish it, but I will try to do 100% run of this game. Anyway, I will host Fed 981. He's doing he's recording segmented speedrun 80% of Assassin's Creed 2. So thanks for watching, and bye everybody.